PUDcast is filmed before a live studio audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the PUDcave, located here in game swapping beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, what is going on?
Man, it's been a fun week.
Hasn't now?
It really has.
Dude, all right, what's been going on?
Lost my voice.
Did you find it?
I found some of it.
Just ain't found the whole fucking thing yet.
So if I'm going up like, yeah.
We'll get Pudsworth
yeah.
to translate. So we're speaking of.
Yeah, exactly.
Pudsworth is in the house.
If you want me to translate, you're fucked.
Somebody who,
Oh, yeah!
I can't even translate myself.
Now that's.
somebody who
Goddamn.
found their voice, but probably should have stopped looking.
He should lose it. Can y'all trade?
No.
No.
No. But hey, man. So what's been going on, brother? You said it's been a fun week, man. What's up, man? What's
I
going
lost
on?
my fucking voice.
Oh shit! Is that it?
Wow.
Is that not fun enough?
I thought I thought it had a bright side, man.
No. There's
None.
no bright side
There's
to that.
none. Well, you know what though? There kind of is, brother. Because today we welcome to the PUDcave
Another voice.
another voice, man. A voice of reason, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Not that.
I mean, I don't know. But I do know, man, I'm glad to have the man in the cave today, man. And that's the one and only, the immortal, from This Is a Work, the immortal Two Dogs, David Hayes. What's up, David Hayes?
What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
How'd you get all these people in here, man? I mean, when did you
tight.
build?
It's tight.
You
tight.
build stairs on it, man. It's
You might get something poking in your leg, but it's
Yeah, that would be Pudsworth.
yeah. What's up with him, man? It's like you look like William Shatner. Have you been drinking? You look like William Shatner from that Rocket Man commercial.
Not yet.
Not yet, nah, motherfucker.
That's later.
He ain't quit drinking yet, is what you mean.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like he's about to say, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
I will do that when.
Please. we want you to do that.
Great.
Dude, I don't know if we're ready, bro.
I don't think he's been asleep.
Have you not been asleep yet, Pudsworth?
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Damn it, dude.
All nighter.
Going 24 hours of no sleep.
Jeez Louise,
I
man.
remember when we could do that.
I do,
I was
too.
gonna say but it was us.
It was all of us. It
Pretty
was all
much.
of us, you know. Like back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day.
It's rare when
Back
I
in
do
the
it.
day,
though.
man.
Ain't that a trip, man?
I know.
Maybe
It's
pass out for
crazy.
11.
Well, you know,
Like
Mike,
the old school.
that old school, like back in the club days, shit like
Oh,
that,
God,
man. Which is kind of funny, cause Two Dogs, let me ask you, man.
Man, do it.
You know, we have a special show planned today, a show that's been in the works for a few months now.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens, some scheduling issues have happened.
Yeah.
We weren't able to actually have everybody in the PUDcave today that we wanted to do.
I wanted Barnes here, man.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, man. Before we get into that, let's say who Barnes is, how he, relates to you, and what you guys got going.
I don't think he does relate to me. I think that's probably why I didn't show up today.
Well, you guys do a pud. You guys do a podcast. Man, I always get pud and pod mixed up, dude, all the time.
It's hard anymore.
It
I do
really
too.
is. I do it all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, pud.
I mean pud or pod. You
Oh,
know?
that-
It's not even my show when I do it.
Yeah. But you guys have a podcast. You and Chris Barnes. You do a wrestling review show, a WWE pay-per-view review show.
Right on.
Now, why don't you put yourself over a little bit, brother?
Yeah, man, we do we do Rock Hill's only premier wrestling review podcast
Nice.
called This Is a Work.
And we had a pretty cool show lined up, man. Maybe not necessarily a debate,
Right.
but we have maybe more of a discussion. But they let me ask you this, Two Dogs. Have you put a lot of work and a lot of diligence into today's show?
No.
Well, that's a shame.
Before that, let's talk about a couple things. I know we were supposed to talk about old school versus new school
Right.
on this episode.
Right.
And,
Spoiler alert.
definitely with the new school, I don't know how much you keep up with it. AEW.
Yes, All Elite Wrestling. Dogs, have you been keeping up with this stuff, man?
I'm keeping up with it as much as I humanly can. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. I want to see them. I want to see these guys get some TV time.
Yes.
I want to see. I want to see them do well.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the pay-per-views. I don't.
Well,
I'm very acclimated to the network now, where I can just get it.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right.
here's the thing, is that we're hearing that the Double or Nothing show is going to be on Netflix.
Now,
The hell you say?
Now, man,
No,
I wasn't
for real.
able to get that confirmed, Mike. I
Not
looked.
confirmed, but that's something that we're hearing.
It's a rumor right now.
Would be awesome.
But I couldn't find anything to say for sure. But it has been there. There is some rumblings of that.
Right.
There is some rumblings.
Now,
of
would that be live, or
Yeah,
would
it'd be
they,
live.
or would they just record it and then
I think
say the
that's
next
something we're going to
day?
be finding out
Yeah.
probably here in the next
This
week.
is live
That's
as a concept, so
fantastic.
it might.
I would think it would have to
Cody
be
Rhodes put
live,
that.
man. I
Now
mean,
the tickets have already sold out.
Oh yeah,
for
dude,
that,
it sold out in
man.
like 5 minutes.
Because I heard that they were
Yeah.
having some problems with their tickets, and some people weren't getting theirs after
Yeah.
they'd already paid for them, and they were running into some issues, which is weird to me because the owner of All Elite, he owns the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's the same family. Yeah.
Why couldn't we get this going? What's the issue?
Well, man, I look at it in a couple different ways. For one, this company is still brand new. In fact, think about this, guys. I was thinking about last night hearing about the show selling out. AEW has not even officially started yet.
No, basically it's a T-shirt company.
Yeah,
Now,
but
see, I want to put this bullshit down.
about it being a t-shirt company,
I've been hearing a lot about this on.
I just really like saying it.
they got some nice t-shirts.
They do.
They do.
I
They
want
do.
one.
I mean,
Several
yeah,
of them.
yeah, man, yeah.
You know, full roster. They've got a show
They do.
that's sold out.
And they haven't even started yet, and they've already sold out their first show.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know if you can really call All In an AEW show, even though it was the genesis of AEW,
Pretty
but
much.
it wasn't really booked under AEW.
No,
AEW
it was booked under the Young Bucks and Cody
Right.
Rhodes and had some
Which is
Ring of Honor
AEW.
It is
affiliates.
AEW, and the Singh family
Yeah.
did sponsor that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Right.
did fund that, But technically speaking, AEW isn't even started yet, and they've already sold out. Technically, their first show in 5 minutes, man. That's awfully. I look at it in one of two ways, man. That's awfully promising.
Yes.
But then again, man, I just hope we're not setting up for disappointment.
Well, here's
You
the
know?
thing. There's so much similarity with AEW and the old WCW.
I don't know if I agree with that completely.
You don't think so? We got a
I-
billionaire that's looking to jump into the wrestling game. They're throwing out ridiculous amounts of money to top wrestling stars.
Yeah,
They're trying to recruit WWE talent to come to them.
well, you make some good, some definitely good points there.
I
But they're not relying on the old superstars.
Yeah.
That's true too.
carry the
that's
company.
a
true.
good point.
That's true,
That's a
man.
good point.
That was something that, with WCW, that was one of their biggest downfalls, was relying
I
too
don't know,
heavily
how old
on
is
the old
Jericho?
guys.
Jericho's still
Jericho's
in his prime, man.
totally different entity.
Yeah,
unto
yeah,
himself.
man. I don't even
Yeah.
know if we could go into that. And I don't think you can compare Jericho to, let's say, a
No.
Hogan back
No,
in that day.
God,
not
no.
really, because Jericho can still fucking go.
Oh, he can.
I
And
think he's the
that
best
was
wrestler.
He can reinvent
gotta-
himself like every year.
Yeah.
Every year, man. Yeah, and get over.
that was so apparent with the oh Christ, I've forgotten the name. The New Japan
Oh yeah,
The Sugiurato?
with Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Because he had just left, and he had a decent run in WWE.
Who? Kenny Omega?
No,
Oh, Jericho. Jericho.
He
Yeah.
had just left.
Yeah,
he just
man.
left them. And had finished up that feud with Kevin Owens, and
Yeah.
it was fun,
Yeah,
and we all
sure,
had a
yeah.
good time.
I thought that
But
was a fun
he
feud,
didn't.
yeah.
He didn't look good.
You think so?
He looked all right. He did, but he didn't look like the Jericho that we remember.
Right.
He did the whole Kenny Omega match.
Yeah. Good shit, man.
God,
Good
it's-
shit, bro.
You couldn't
You know?
tell a difference
No.
between Chris Jericho now and the Lionheart.
Lionheart.
I mean,
I just
Ryan
think
Taylor.
that,
Yeah,
I honestly go back to that. Is what that company does to a lot of people.
I think so.
so many
I-
restrictions are
yeah.
put on that company.
I
mean,
I
it's
You
think
look
like-
at the NXT guys coming up
Mhm.
and their time in the main roster,
Mhm.
and it's totally different.
It's like it disheartens them or
completely-
something,
yeah.
man. It's
Kinda
like it
like
takes their
with,
spirit away.
I don't know that it disheartens them. I think what's going on right now is they are relying so much on safety now. Like
Sure.
all
Sure.
your high spots have to go to a committee now. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
everything
It's-
does, man. Your promos have to go through committee.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
everything is committee now in WWE. I mean, You know.
Yeah, but and another thing, you take a look at that. Why are there so many injuries in the WWE
No
if there's
shit.
so much safety going on?
That's another
Well,
good
you know, I
point,
mean,
man.
accidents are going to happen. It's still
But you
wrestling.
look at NXT
hmm
and how hard they're going.
Right.
And they're never hurt.
No injuries.
Yeah,
Very
very
few.
few.
Well,
Very few injuries on that side.
Well, hell, go back 20,
They're
30.
younger.
True.
But are they being held back too much to where they're being too cautious and getting injured because of the overcautiousness?
See,
Yeah.
now that's
Choking.
a good question, and I think that has to do a lot with Vince.
Sure.
And I know a lot of people say, "Well, Triple H and Stephanie's running," and
Vince
don't
didn't
believe
run.
that for a second.
As long as Vince McMahon draws breath, he has the
he's
last
running
fucking
it.
word, man.
In fact, and he's on regular television again,
Right.
So he's really,
Oh, yeah.
he's really back.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
as long
mean,
as he can draw breath, he will use that last breath to have the last word.
oh yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But I think what's happening, and I was thinking about this on the way up here. Vince, he learned a lot from WCW.
Learned?
He did. He really did.
He learned
because
it.
He's learning how to fuck up. No.
no. I mean, think about it for a second. He, you know, back when we got into that scary time where WCW started taking the water coolers out and they were renting out office space.
Right,
and
right,
they
right.
were hurting.
Right.
You know, they had a lot of their guys had either wanted their release or had left, and there were people that had injured. Their top guys had injuries. They had, and WCW was coming strong.
Right.
They didn't really have anybody to fill that void. Well, Vince has learned from that now, because now he's got a whole bunch of NXT boys that are just swimming around in a little pond. He's got some NXT UK boys that are just swimming around in that little pond. It's like he's created a wide base so that he can't be toppled again.
But here's the thing, though, brother. I actually kind of play a little bit of a devil's advocate with that because I think that's actually a mistake that WCW was making that WWE is starting to actually do as well. And that's by having so many people under contract and on the roster that they don't use. You know, it's almost like
There is that.
You know, let's
That's
buy.
true.
There is that.
Let's buy up all this independent talent because they were trying to get Kenny Omega. You know, they
And
always
they didn't even want Kenny Omega.
they
They
wanted-
didn't want him.
No.
They just didn't want AEW
Thank
to
you.
have him.
Just like WCW was doing back in the day by buying up everybody so they wouldn't go to WWE.
And you know,
Was it
and
moving
they
up?
and
I mean,
I'm
moved
sure
it to
Vince's
yeah.
thought process was like, we get Kenny Omega,
We'll just
we'll
send
send him to
him
NXT,
for a little while.
and
Sure.
if we get in trouble, poof on Raw, boom, he shows up, whoops somebody's
the
ass,
crowd for
and-
2 weeks.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
then drops the angle. I mean, that's usually how a WWE. See, I think that
I
they're.
mean it's smart.
I don't think it is, man. I think he's actually, replicating a mistake that WCW made. I mean, that's how I
I don't
look
think
at it.
that's the mistake that WCW made. I mean, they did make
They
that
made a
mistake,
lot,
but
but
I
one
don't
of
think
many.
One of many.
I don't think
yes.
that's the main mistake that they made.
I don't know.
'Cause,
I think the writing was the main mistake of WCW.
I think that had a lot to do
Yeah,
with it. I
yeah.
think a lot of creative control, which is something else that AEW is given creative control.
I didn't think they were given creative control. I didn't.
Some of them are, yeah.
Really, I
Yeah.
didn't think AEW was doing that.
I
don't know.
I think they're
don't know.
given certain
Yes,
like
have
Jericho.
control.
Or,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm sure
for
Jericho's maybe got
because I
a
mean,
little bit.
I know that they're in the mindset of why would we want you just to change you,
Right.
not for you to be you,
Right, right.
which is something that WWE
Does all the time.
does all the time.
All the time,
But see,
man.
we're also in a different era now, where back during the Monday Night Wars, the guys, they protected their gimmick because that's what made them their money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
That was their brand.
We don't really have that anymore. There's still one or two stragglers out there,
Sure.
but for the most part,
Characters are kind of dead in WWE, man. I mean,
characters are kind of dead everywhere.
Well, I tell you, dude, one thing I'll say for the women's division is I do think there's more characters and charisma in the women. I really do. I think that overall, man, that you do have more unique characters in
Well,
the women's division.
it
The
was-
men seem to be kind of cookie cutter.
Well, I think
Oh yeah,
NXT's doing some good stuff. I think with Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream is so hot right now. He's I'm waiting on them to call him up.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you seen the new guy, Eric? What was it? Hugenbogen?
Are you talking about the Maypop Joey Ryan?
That's the
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah, they got a Maypop Joey
No,
Ryan.
in
Man.
Hogan
NXT,
Higgins?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah.
have. What's that? I don't get to watch NXT a lot. I
Wow.
want
I
to.
haven't watched it in
I
months.
tried, but Jesus Christ, I'm already watching Raw and SmackDown. I'm putting my stats in and taking notes and all this garbage for just in case I start a Raw podcast.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
That I'm clearly never gonna do.
Maybe,
It's-
man. Maybe. Come on, man. You got to keep the faith, brother. Keep the faith.
But yes, I got my power rankings in, and just like you used to do when you were
Back in the
5.
day,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my notebooks.
Yep.
You know, oh hell yeah, man.
I'm doing all that, and because of my work schedule, it's I never know when I'm getting off work. I have to watch Raw in
Like in
sections.
segments. Yeah.
It's like sometimes I'll try to grab it when I'm on a lunch break if I get a chance.
You're right.
Yeah,
10 minutes
sometimes-
here, 15 minutes there. You know.
I'll have enough time to watch maybe a segment or a match if it's not too long.
Too long, right?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you guys,
With Eric Bugenhagen,
that's the guy. Yeah,
he
yeah.
he is basically their answer to Joey Ryan.
Okay, pull
without having Joey Ryan.
And
Let
they're
me
not.
pull that
that up
up.
right
Let me
quick.
get a look at this cat.
All right.
Obviously, they're not doing.
And I
all
love me some Joey Ryan.
Oh Jesus, Louises, man, really?
I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got to get one in there.
I gotta get past this stupid ad.
2 for 5, man. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening home or watching YouTube, look at this guy, man. It's Maypop Joey Ryan, dude.
All right.
Down to the porn star. Come on.
What the hell?
Okay, guys.
Here we go.
We're watching this Bugenhagen. How you cut?
Bugenhagen
Bugenhagen. This is a guy
You
in
know
NXT.
Bugenhagen.
just rolls off.
Don't play stupid with me. You know what
Yeah.
Bugenhagen.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Come on, man. That is so Joey Ryan. That is.
I love it.
But it's-
They did a sound alike for Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Yeah, but man, it's.
Oh
it's-
yeah,
but he's-
I have seen this guy. He does the air guitar and
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like.
I
that's the
have
one.
seen him.
Yeah.
But dude, it's biting, man. I mean, he's straight biting.
That's,
Oh, for sure.
It's
you know-
okay.
Sure.
But you know that's another mistake that WCW started making toward the end.
Now
man.
hang on.
You know?
Now is WCW making that, or has just wrestling been biting?
I go back to the WCW.
I do too,
It's like,
man.
if we can't buy it, we'll make it.
we'll make it. Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
Or if we can't use it,
then we'll
obviously, if we
We'll do
can't,
a
we can't
sound
use
alike.
him. We can't use him.
So
we'll make him to our
right.
to our mold.
And I'll tell you another thing, man, that I think WWE's falling into that WCW did as well is, man, they're so fucking corporate. They are corporate. I mean, there's no.
There's no question.
There's not a
They
level of
There is no
corporate.
question,
Yeah.
and that does
And-
hinder.
you damn
That
right.
does hinder them.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing that I think AEW has is they are a private company. I mean, they're a
And
fucking huge private company,
If you
but they
need
are
proof
private.
on that, I got 2 words for you: Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like,
There you
man,
go.
he was overwhelming in New Japan.
Right. He's a little lackluster,
NXT.
man.
Yeah.
NXT, he was
was.
over. He was over.
Yeah.
He was over in NXT.
But man,
But yeah, you come up to the big show and
All of a
it takes something away
I
from
mean, I
him,
still
man.
love the guy.
Sure,
but
Bobby Roode is another one.
That's a great example right there, Mike.
Bobby Roode.
Bobby
man.
Roode was great in NXT.
Yeah.
In fact, that was when I was keeping up with because we were coming up here and watching it,
Yeah.
Mike. And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Well, I like Bobby Roode in TNA.
I did
Yeah.
too. I thought Beer Money was great.
I did too, man. I thought Beer Money was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was a hell of. I mean, James Storm, man, is another great worker, But yeah, that's one thing. There's something about when they get caught up to that main roster, just like Jericho, we were just talking about how he was not the same
Yeah.
in WWE. But man, when he got out of that and started going those independent shows,
Oh, man.
geez, man, his work rate went like you said. He went back to the line hard.
And I don't think that I don't think that their work rate goes down. I think they're putting on. I'll tell you a good example is AJ Styles. Right now,
Right.
I think that AJ Styles, while technically
Technically sound, bro.
it's a clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that match he had with Daniel Bryan? At
I'm
Royal
talking.
Rumble?
I was actually morally.
Fest.
I was actually morally reviewing to the best of 23 series that he had with Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it's best
Christ.
out of 75 if you count TNA. I mean, I mean, you know.
But you know, they had great matches in TNA.
They did.
Yeah.
They had some legitimate fucking matches over there, dude.
Yeah.
There was something about that WWE, man.
And you know, and it does. I do get tired of it trying to explain to people to where I don't even do it anymore.
Right.
When I now I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. Like everyone's like, God, this match. When's this match gonna end? And I'm like, you know, Samoa Joe was great in TNA. Oh, fuck it.
Back in my yeah. Now you're like, that's like, fuck it. I don't give a shit.
He didn't sweat as much.
Yeah. Well, you know, man, I finally, I haven't finished the Royal Rumble. I've got up until the men's Royal Rumble. It's the only thing I've got to watch. Dude, that Daniel Bryan, and because I know I haven't talked to you since I've watched the Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match.
Oh man.
Dude, if they can figure out a way to put that match in capsule form, it'll put Z-Quill so out of business, man.
Oh, damn.
Sound match. They never got lost.
They know.
They
It was
never.
great.
They never got lost, man. They never hesitated. They
But
never
it was
looked.
a snoozer.
But it was so slow, man. Oh my Jesus, Louises, dude, I was going nuts, man.
Man.
I literally was like, please end,
And
please end.
really, and honestly, if you'd have taken that, you could take the same match, don't do anything differently, and put that on an indie circuit.
Oh, it
would have gone.
man.
I guarantee you, if you
yeah.
take that match and put it in All Elite, it's going 5 stars.
I don't know about that, brother.
I think so, man.
I'm gonna argue that, man. We don't know.
it's
Obviously,
because WWE is a different audience.
it is.
And,
It is. But you know
That's
that
definitely not a Joey Ryan
no,
type audience.
no, not at all.
Have you seen the chainsaw?
Have you seen that spot yet?
Chainsaw.
The chainsaw spot?
Oh, God.
No.
You know how much I love Joey Ryan, right?
I've seen the posters on your wall. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Rest
know.
in penises. Yeah, I saw that.
Here we go. All right.
Watch this shit, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're watching.
Oh!
Let's explain to the people listening.
I ain't selling that.
Dude. So, all right.
Fantastic.
All right, let's explain to the people what we just
God.
witnessed here. All right, we have this independent show. I know, man. Dude, I don't know what to think about it. I don't know. I'm torn, man. Let's explain it to the people where they know what we're talking about. There's a spot. You know, now Joey Ryan has a steel penis. His whole gimmick. God damn it, guys. There's outlaws listening right now. Will y'all shut the fuck up where I can?
I'm sorry.
Do it for outlaw.
Apologies. He had a chance.
So basically, this independent worker, I don't know who it was, tries to chainsaw Joey Ryan's penis in this video. And nothing but sparks start flying off, and it doesn't. Basically, the spot says that Joey Ryan's penis is so strong. His penis game is so hard that a chainsaw can cut this motherfucker. And people wonder why I'm a Jim Cornette guy, dude. I mean,
I think it's the best.
that's what we
I don't-
disagree,
I don't
man.
think
It is funny. It is
I don't
funny.
think the audience really got. I don't think it got the reaction that it normally gets with the penis spots.
Right.
Out of this one, but it was a great spot. But they put in those sparks in afterwards. You know, they did post production on those sparks coming from the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Which kind of was like, what?
So I mean,
It's a funny spot, but it's like, man, I don't know.
to me,
Hey,
man,
listen.
I just can't. I don't know.
I know a lot of artists, a lot of people do this, you know, for certain things. I wonder if he's got insurance on his penis in case something other.
You almost think he's got to, right?
Please tell me you motherfuckers don't sit around thinking about this shit.
I mean,
We sit around watch this shit.
Yeah.
We sit around watch this shit. Of course we think
God
about it.
damn it, man. I wonder if Joey Ryan has insurance.
I mean,
on
I
his
got to
penis.
bed around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Got it written down here.
You got it written down.
I've got it written down here. I wonder if Joey Ryan has insurance on his penis.
I've never once, but now that you brought it up, I'm curious. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's When I'm laying in bed and
I wonder how Joey Ryan's penis is doing. Right
and I'm staring at the
at your poster.
at the resurrection
God,
poster of
erection.
Joey Ryan that's on my
Oh,
ceiling.
Mother.
On
your ceiling?
Yeah, well, I mean, how else am I going to look at
Well,
it?
true. Good
it's-
point. In bed.
I got a bad neck, so I can't like raise up to look at the wall. So, but he's right there, so I can just
So,
He's in grabbing distance.
Oh,
well, speaking of penises,
Do we
How-
have
how-
to? Yes.
how's,
Bosworth is all over here like, what? No, I'm just-
how does Paige get her own fucking movie?
I thought you already had a movie.
that's what I was thinking. Wait a minute. She's got, this is like her.
You know,
Feature film.
Oh, really? Oh,
Not a scene, but a feature film.
Oh,
This
okay.
bitch is a
The
rock.
first one got
The
5
Rock.
stars.
um,
That's The Rock, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I think The Rock was fascinated by her story, and
Well, goddamn, I was.
and yeah,
He was fascinated a lot of times by it.
I was so disgusted. I only watched it 58 times.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Watch it again.
I only
Oh.
finised 3 after that, and after that, I'm just like, no, I've got to have boundaries.
Got yeah, man. You gotta have standard, dude.
Yeah.
You know. Jeez Louise.
What's
no,
disgusting about that whole thing is Paige and Wood still had a job, and poor
Who was the other one, man?
I had to fucking film it.
What are you talking about?
Who
Scott.
was it,
Why
man?
can't I ever remember
It was
his name?
Woods, and who was it? God darn it, I can't remember.
Xavier Woods,
But the other one.
Brad,
Yeah,
The
the
guy that was
filming.
tag team.
Maddox.
Brad Maddox.
Maddox,
Yeah.
yeah. The third in this.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Well, because he was filming it. We
Oh,
can't-
yeah.
and
He
he
wasn't just
didn't have
filming
No,
it.
he was
He
in on it,
was
man.
in it.
It was a tag team, bro. I mean, and I don't mean
But
for the
he
belt.
was originally filming it. It was his phone.
Oh, okay.
And then he sent it out, and he didn't have proper consent from World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporated. And,
Gotta get that trademark
it's-
on it.
Titan Sports.
Yeah, oh boy.
Look, we ain't running a soup kitchen here. It's,
No, they're running trains.
Oh,
But not just that. Then Alberto Del Rio,
Oh, yeah.
that whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because they were engaged at the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
well, we don't know if they
and
were
had-
engaged at that point.
No, right.
Well,
but
they had their
right.
own tape.
Oh, I didn't know that.
was that the
Yes, sir.
dressing room?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that the dressing room one?
Now,
Oh, no
hold on.
shit. How did
Let's
I miss
go
that?
back before that to NXT. When who's she seeing at that time?
To TNT.
No, NXT. And she won the women's title.
See, I don't
and
remember.
somebody
Paige
blew
at
the
that
load.
time.
Somebody blew their load on that title.
Oh, the title.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, somebody actually skeeted on it. The World Skeet Championship.
Oh my God.
When I said I wanted you to do a juice job, that's not the juice I meant.
Wow. You see, I don't know why, but that made it gross.
That made
I don't
it
know.
gross. That did it.
I didn't say there was an explanation.
That is-
I just
that-
said that
oh,
was.
God.
I said
You
for
crossed
some
the line,
reason.
Jason. You crossed the
No,
line.
that's it, sir.
Do
Damn.
they get a new title at that point, or just kind of,
Yeah.
Well, fuck it.
Throw that shit in the trash. Hacksaw will find it.
Yeah, it's
you get a new title, or you just kinda,
Oh, for real. Oh.
See,
you just kind of mop it off?
No,
Then you need Saturn for that. It
But you
might
know-
be. You know,
Oh, damn.
I'm having some fun with Paige here, but I'll be honest.
you ain't the only one.
I'm gonna go see the movie.
Yeah, I will. I'll watch. I probably won't actually spend money on it, but I will watch.
I'll wait
Yeah, I'll
till-
probably
I'll wait till the
won't go.
unrated version, deleted scenes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm probably not going to the theater.
No, I'm not going to
but,
spend money
No,
on it.
no.
Man.
Well, it's hard for me to get to a theater anyway.
Me
'Cause
too.
I
Me
get
too.
those. I don't know, man. I'm picky about my movies that I
I
go to
am
the
too,
theater.
man. I only go to
It's-
maybe 1 or 2 a year, if
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's like, is that maybe if a group goes, then I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well then it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we'll go
right.
check it out.
And it really
Yeah.
only depends on what the movie is.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter in that scenario. You know, you just
Well,
going out
honestly,
to get
it's-
time, man, you know?
it's- I've been disappointed more than I've been walked out satisfied.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Well, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy when that thing came out. I didn't know anything about
Great
that.
movie,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And
Love
5 or 6 of us said, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna go check out Guardians of the Galaxy." I'm like,
It's
I don't really
good,
want
man.
to, and they kind of they was like, "Well, come on, go with us. It's gonna be a good time."
It's a good
Like,
movie.
Well, so I'll go up there, I'll check it out, and it was one of the few times I walked out there not knowing anything.
Right.
I was like, God damn, that was a good movie. And it's went back to the theater to see 2.
Yeah, 2 wasn't as good, I didn't think, but
I
liked
liked
it.
2 because the soundtrack was
Yeah,
epic.
yeah. Well, the first
Really
one was
good
too,
dance.
man.
Oh, it was.
I mean,
It
both-
absolutely
both.
was.
Yeah,
lot of you make Fleetwood Mac your feature song.
That-
I mean,
that's
come on.
that's a
What-
point.
I
That's
mean,
an extra point right there, man.
Right
you
there.
know?
I don't know what else you want. It's
Because they used that shit well, man. The Chain, brother, when that shit came on, I love that song anyway.
And
but,
Batista is amazing. I've never liked Batista until Guardians of the Galaxy.
He is the star. I mean, he is the sleeper star of that show.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I tell you what, let's get into today's subject matter, man. I know
you know,
we
Lord,
I
how long
guess-
we've
I guess
we've already
I
been
guess-
going 30 minutes.
Since we're not, we're not going to, we're not going to go see the Page movie.
right.
Right,
But
right.
speaking of inappropriate things on the weekly,
Yes. We're actually, should we tell them, man?
let's go ahead.
We're swerving you, brah.
Shocking.
We're not going to be talking about what we had originally planned. We want to do that show as we had planned originally.
I am shocked and amazed.
Yes.
Who could have ever seen this coming?
What? Us swerve? Today we're going to talk about the old club days, bro.
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh my.
Yes, dude.
Okay, well,
First of all,
hey,
why?
you may want to hit pause. We got to have a discussion. There needs to be some ground
Oh
rules.
no, man!
What?
No, Kara Hayes, if you're out
I'm
there
a-
listening,
I am a
turn it
married
up.
man with children.
Oh god,
and
grandbaby
I'm
on the
gonna-
way.
I got a grandbaby on
Hey,
the way.
listen, you motherfucker. We were outside of this place one day. I'm standing there with my 4-year-old daughter, and he comes up and says, I used to hold your dad's hair back when he puked.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, man.
Well, I mean, it's
the truth.
It's not untrue.
It is the truth. Yeah, man, we decided.
I didn't say why you were throwing up.
True that. You
He's
did
saving that for later.
Well, which he's
we're
old
gonna-
enough to understand, you know.
Come on over here.
We're
Sit
gonna
on
go
Uncle
ahead.
Dog's knee for a second, young
Let me
lady.
tell you about your alcoholic
Now.
father,
I'm going to tell you one.
because we're about to tell everybody about everybody.
I'm going to tell you a story about your father and a man named Daryl. So, it's...
I don't know Daryl. I don't. Oh, I do remember. Oh, God.
Oh, Mikey remembers Daryl.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he
Black
was...
dude,
Yeah.
gay dude. Wasn't he gay? Gay
Yeah.
as shit. Yeah.
I mean, I believe so. I believe he was, yeah.
I only made
If I
him a
remember
handful
correctly.
of times, man. But let me ask you, dude. Did I rib you, man?
I don't.
What's that?
Did I rib you though, man? Because I've been like, hey, man.
Oh, dude, you've been ribbing me since the first day I met you.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
that's
That's
true.
true.
You see,
Oh, I'll
I
send
want
them
the
up.
world, I want all the puddles out there to understand something about how mean these two are to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
It's
man.
odd. I'm a sweet, tiny little fella, and
Oh, shit.
and I'm a sweet little fella, and I go about and I come in
There ain't
here.
none part of that.
I come in
statement
here
true.
with my water and my milk, and the first thing Mikey does is start handing me alcohol.
That's the truth. That's a
And-
shoot. That's the shoot.
Yeah.
And he
That's
shied
true.
away from
And then-
oh, no, I won't know this.
I don't know.
The last episode, they just start throwing feet and ketchup at me.
Literally.
He wanted to.
Pudsworth was like, hey, man, we're going to do Dirty Feet and Ketchup today. I was like,
Well,
no.
Pudsworth's the son of a bitch too. God damn it, you freaking limey.
Dude, yeah, you know, British people.
Oh, you
man.
bastard.
British people. Dude, I was sending them texts. I was like, hey, man, you better be ready today. Mikey's got charts and shit, you know.
yeah.
I was like, you nervous, man? You know, all this shit. And I was like,
honestly, that's actually what threw you over
really?
when you
I
said
did
that.
too-
When you
too much,
said that,
Too much.
when you said that, I'm like, all right.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, they're ribbing
That's
me.
like this. We're going in another direction.
Yeah,
here.
man.
That's what we call a finger an oversell.
I see,
It's-
I see. Yeah.
Man.
Damn
You've
it,
never
man.
done that before.
No. Not me, man. But, what do you think about today's subject, man?
Let's do it, baby. Let's
All
talk
right, man.
about it.
All right. Well, dude, you know, I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
All right.
since we're talking about.
No holds barred with it. Let's go.
I
Let's
was,
go.
well, I was going to
Jesus.
say, man, since we talk about prehistoric times,
Yeah.
we might as well start with probably it was my first dance club, which was the Pterodactyl Club, and that was the first introduction that I had to gothic music to industrial music, just to the dance. Now this rave music, but now this was not my first club. Because I was roading for bands, dude, back when I was like 16.
Right.
So, I mean, I was going to like rock clubs like Jeremiah's, Rockies, Cadillacs in Hickory was a big one. I think my first club...
Cadillacs,
Do you remember
man.
Cadillacs, bro?
God, I remember Cadillacs.
Cadillacs was the
Everybody
shit.
went to Cadillacs
Dude.
and Plum Crazies.
Dude,
And
Plum Crazy, I don't remember that.
well, I mean,
one.
we did.
But
We weren't
Cadillacs.
supposed to be there, but...
But see, dude, I went to the...
Tremont,
man.
yeah,
Amos's.
man. Yeah.
Amos's has some stuff, man. But like I said, I think my first club was actually a little place in Lenore. And I was up there with Mike Sherrill's band. Because I just started roading
Silver
for those
Bullet.
guys. It wasn't a Silver Bullet. It was a rock club. And I can't remember the name of it. I remember going.
Where was it?
I think it was up in Lenore, to be honest with you. Up in that area, dude. I was 16.
What was it, Hickory?
Well, Cadillacs was the big one.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet.
There was something else.
Yesterday's.
Yesterday's.
Yes,
sir.
There you go.
Yesterday's,
Yesterday,
man,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you
I
know...
only went up there a couple of times.
Hey, man, I got turned away at Yesterday's one time, bro. Me and Brian Drum and Chris Schrontz got turned away. You know why? Because we weren't fucking cool enough, man. Straight up. We walked up, they like, no minutes, no shit. They turned us around, man, and told us to fucking leave. No
Wow.
shit, man. They wouldn't even let us in the
You
door.
did not get past the Velvet
we,
Road.
we didn't get past the fucking bouncer, bro. Nah, man. And it wasn't...
Looking at pussies who can't
No,
let
man,
them
I
in.
mean, I had my long hair, my glasses. I'm like, what's wrong with us? We were mad as fuck, man.
They come back later on in the night, just Rick Hell, you know,
I had like my little disguise.
like Porky's.
I had my glass with a little mustache and the nose.
He had a top hat on it. Good day, sir.
No, man. Stroncy and Drum got on each other's shoulders and put on a big trench coat. And we said we were a basketball player and I was the coach, you know. They still didn't let us in,
They said
man.
that you came back as a horse.
It was that night.
What
Yesterday's.
admittance, please?
What you mean you're not going to let us in? I say nay.
Wow, that's where we're going.
Brother, that's where we're at. We're here.
We're gonna start off easy.
Yeah. Y'all, we ain't even got going
Well,
yet.
let's get into it, baby.
Then we're going to
Let's
talk
do
about
it.
dicks and cocaine later.
Yeah, that's later. Well, speaking of the club scene, well, let me ask you guys. So for me, man, the Pterodactyl was my first dance club, and you were the one who brought me out. If I'm not mistaken, it was you.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, man. What was your first dance club or first introduction into the scene?
Scorpios.
How dare you, sir?
I went to Scorpios.
I did too, every Sunday almost.
See, I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Man, drag shows are fun, dude. I don't care. It's like, dude, I had a
Hey,
blast.
man, each your own. Each your own, man.
Yeah, man. Dude,
I never went to
we
Scorpios.
had-
It's
we
not my
had
thing,
a-
but
it was
whatever.
A heavy rave scene there.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
know,
it's a heavy
boy.
rave scene. They had a drag show that was off the chain.
Well, I know a lot of people I knew went. I mean,
Yeah.
especially a lot of women I knew. That was kind of the thing,
That's
man.
right.
I know. Oh, I get it, man. No, I know. I mean, I totally get. I don't know, man. I just wasn't into the Scorpio scene.
Yeah.
Dude, each your own, you know. But I was like, not for me. Not for me. You know.
Man, I
What was your first one?
But what?
first one, God, I want to say it wasn't Jeremiah's. What
that was a cool place.
what was it before Jeremiah's? It was something else.
I only remember Jeremiah's, man. When I first started going out,
Well, they changed
You-
it.
you know what
They
I'm talking
changed
about,
it-
right, Mike?
They changed it after Jeremiah.
to something
called
else.
it.
Something else. I can't remember.
it's
man.
been a million things.
I think they turned it into like a Latin club or something
Yeah,
after
something
Jeremiah's. It seems like it. And I remember
Like that. Or
Rockies.
something else.
Was
I
it
can't remember.
It wasn't the Ritz. The Ritz was Rockies, I think.
I think the Ritz was afterwards.
After, yeah, that was after.
It may have been Jeremiah's at the time, but anyway, that was the first, club that I went to, and there was there was a rock band playing,
that. Yeah,
and
hell, that might have been Exclaim. Dumb
and
Scouts band. I mean,
it
they were
was
up there all the
it was
time.
this really cool band. They weren't. They had and saying this is how old I am. I can't even think they had wireless guitars.
Oh yeah, man, yeah,
And
yeah.
which I had never seen before.
It's like, what the hell the fuck is that happening?
Yeah, it was you're
lip
clearly
syncing.
wizards.
But you know, man, I hope you didn't go too early with that shit because, you know, some of them early wireless, man, them motherfuckers pick up the airport sometimes. I mean, no
Yeah.
shit, dude. We picked
Yeah.
up like the airport
Yeah.
over a wireless amp at my house.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have band practice.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you
they
hear that
man,
shit.
they jumped
Yeah.
off the stage and started walking around playing, and it was
That's
great.
good times, man.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome, and that was my first. That was my first time going to an actual club.
Right.
And-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
man.
then later on, this much older friend that used to, Jesus, I'm telling on myself, that used to
Brother,
buy me alcohol.
I do it every
and
week. I do it every week.
and you know, other things.
Quote
And
unquote.
guy
Oh, yeah.
I knew from Mooresville that he took me he took me up to Pterodactyl one time. He was like, "Man, you want to check this place out?" I think I was 16,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
And yeah, man. So I was like 16. I went up there and was checking that out, and he was like, "Now they say that there is a room upstairs in the Pterodactyl. They call it the acid room."
Yes.
And
Legendary. The legendary
Oh.
acid room.
they call it the acid room, and it's crazy up there. I've heard that there's sex orgies going on up there, and you know,
Next week, hey, I'm in line.
I'm a 16-year-old kid, and I'm like, "The hell you say?" And
Sign me up.
I was like, "Well," he was like, "But see,
Jump in
it's
the
like,
guy's
but
leg.
you don't want to
Tell me
go
more,
up
tell
there
me more.
because you know." If you don't know everybody up there,
They'll suck your
it's
blood.
like they'll
or your
they'll make you part of the train. And I'm like,
the
okay.
train.
The what?
What?
That's what
What?
that's what my buddy, his name was Mike too. And
Wait a minute. What happened to Mike 1?
he's right there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But he
Mike 3, Mike 4.
Mike 4. Hey, Buzzworth got it. Oh, yeah. There it is.
You with us?
Oh, yeah.
You with us?
I don't know.
but yeah, so well, I was scared to go up there.
Well, shit, yeah.
So I stayed downstairs, but I kept like looking at the people that were going up there, and I'm like, they don't.
They don't look like they had a train.
And so,
Somebody's got no hats on.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, I don't see anybody with a conductor's hat or a whistle or anything. It's how could it?
He's dying.
God damn it, man. Oh, man. Okay.
But I would keep I started going up there weekly,
Jesus, man. Right.
and the bouncers knew me at
Right.
this point. And so I started going up there, and I started sneaking up the stairs, and I'd get like
Just
halfway.
look.
I'd go like halfway up the stairs, and I'm like, no.
Run
And,
back down.
and
Hide behind the bar.
yeah. And finally, I made my way to the top, and I just kind of looked in. Now, at the time, it didn't look, like it did when
No.
um,
definitely not.
yeah,
It
when
was
we were going up
fluorescent.
there regularly.
Right.
Yeah, it was very fluorescent, and it was
Flash.
essentially an acid trip.
Right.
And-
Colorful, a lot of,
Yeah.
right, got you. Strobe lights, shit like that.
Lot of rave monkeys up there,
Right.
and they're doing their thing. But the strobe light was so fierce, I couldn't tell what they were doing. So I'm like, oh, this is how it gets started.
This is how it begins.
Screwing each other and they don't even know
They
it.
don't even know it. Well, Mike, what about you, brother? What was your
quick.
first introduction to like the club scene?
God, we had played Jeremiah's one time. I think I was like 16, 17 years old.
Oh, the Daisies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, man. Yeah.
Oh my God, what else? Anything between that? I don't remember anything really in between. I think I wound up at Silver Bullet one night
Oh boy, howdy!
somehow,
Wow.
and that just didn't.
Just not your scene,
that
man.
was. There was a downstairs, I think, to the Silver Bullet.
I only
It's
went
been
one
so
time.
I think I
long.
was the reverse of you. That
Stay
kept
upstairs.
staying upstairs and trying to peek downstairs, see what was going on down there.
Well, you know, you got to. Going up is positive, but going down
Oh,
is
no,
negative.
yeah.
So.
especially at the Silver Bullet, bro.
Yeah. But really, the one that sticks out is just the Pterodactyl Club.
The pterodactyl. See, man, now when I started going, and I think it's so funny because, you know, me and Mike known each other since we were like 16, played in the band, stuff like that. Me and Doggz, we met each other when we were probably about, what, 18, I guess?
Roughly, yeah.
17,
Yeah,
18,
18, 19,
yeah,
because,
yeah.
I had started, I went to college, the Gaston College, straight after high school.
Right.
And I went in for a pre-drama degree.
Right.
And then they, for some reason, just said, no, all right,
You're
we're not
broadcast.
doing this anymore.
You're in broadcast.
And so I was like, well, I've got to find something just as easy.
yeah. Where I don't have to do
Because
math.
I can't, this isn't going to work out.
I know, broadcasting.
I'm clearly going to be famous at one point, so.
And you kind of are,
And
you know.
yeah, I mean I mean, this is a work. It's
Well, I'm talking about being the
downloading by the dozens. So
Hey,
it's,
man, the first MWF champion. You know, that's gotta
second
count.
MW.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
Second.
Never mind. You're not famous. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. You're very famous. But that's right. There was another one before. I was only there. But yeah, dude, I know we met. So, you know, like I said, I knew Mike before, you know, being, you know, from the band scene, a local.
Yeah.
You know, I met you at Gaston College, and we buddied up really right off the bat. And then, you know, both of you guys were going to the Pterodactyl.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I can't remember who I asked first. I was like, hey, Mike, do you know Doggz? Or hey, Doggz, do you know Mike? Both of y'all was like, no, not really.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, you're just like, oh, I do remember seeing him around this snap, man. So I'm like, hey.
That was basically the. It was like, oh yeah, I've seen you up there.
Yeah, man.
And-
Yeah. And I'm like, well, hey, man, one of my best friends goes up there. My other best friend goes up there. Maybe we should all be friends, you know? And there it was.
Yeah.
But y'all, like, were more into it than I was.
Right.
Because I only went to the Pterodactyl, guys. I mean, probably 4 times, 5, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I just didn't go. But, man, where I really started getting into the club scene, because by the time I started getting accustomed to it, knowing everybody and getting comfortable and, you know, kind of meeting the people like y'all's friends and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, the circles and cliques up there, the Pterodactyl was shutting down.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much, you know, closing down.
Mm-hmm.
So we all kind of moved it over to what will be my favorite club and the one that I look back on with the fondest memories. And that's the Baja Club.
Well,
Absolutely.
Let me tell you a story about the first time I went out with them. And it was him and JJ Mathis.
Oh,
boy.
hell. Oh, boy. Here we
I
go.
caught a ride with them to the Pterodactyl Club that night.
I think I remember this.
And
Let's
it
see
was
if we
just
remember it the
coming-
same.
coming out,
Yeah, that's the key right
and
there.
they pull out this fucking, you know, we're just driving down the road and they pull out this fucking bottle out from under the seat. And it's this fucking rot gut vodka.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is tough.
that's all you guys drank back in the day. Too,
Yeah.
was cheap
And we were
vodka, cheap
drinking
vodka.
this fucking rot gut vodka going down 27 straight, man. You know,
It's a
just-
straight shot.
to
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. And then we got there and we were drinking kamikazes all night.
God almighty, man.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Well, I still remember the first time I went to the acid room. Because like I said, man, I wasn't really familiar with gothic, industrial, not only the music. I mean, I never heard a gothic or industrial song in my life, other than The Cure. I mean,
Right.
you know, I mean, they were like mainstream.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, man. You know, the stuff you would see on MTV or something like that. I was more into the metal scene. And I mean, even as far as like the dress, you know,
Yeah.
like with the guys wearing, you know, like mascara. I mean, shit like that was new to me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I walked up in that room. Bro, you talk about straight up Lincoln County walking up in that motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck
If
is
I
this,
recall,
man?
you had a Jimmy Buffett
I
shirt
probably
on.
did. That was my favorite. That was my favorite club shirt back in the day. I wore that Jimmy Buffett shirt like every time I go out.
But doesn't
Maybe
it say
somebody think- you know.
Doesn't that say something? You can get into the Pterodactyl like that, but you couldn't get
I couldn't get yesterday's.
Yeah.
But I did eventually get into yesterday's.
Oh,
I
yeah?
only went there one night, yeah. And they actually let us in, but I don't know why they wouldn't let us in. Other, you know, because we like a bunch of fucking nerds walking up in there that didn't have no money.
Okay.
Wearing his NWA shirt. I'm not talking about the National Wrestling
No,
Alliance.
you talking about straight out of Compton.
To be fair to that bouncer, you did look
Young.
very different.
Oh yeah, I did.
And I wasn't referring to young. I'll just go ahead and tell on you. If
So you look different, son.
What do you mean by
when we were in
Different,
college,
different.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Why don't you just-
Jason used to do a spot on impression of Benjamin Franklin.
I did, man. I did. I did. Well, I looked. And obviously, we don't know how he talked, but I mean, I could pull off the look, man.
Yeah, it was.
I was a little chubby. I was a little chubbier back in that day. I wore glasses. You know, I wear contacts and glasses now. I mean, kind of good between the two.
Super long hair.
Super long hair. But man, if I pulled my hair back, because I had a high hairline, you know what I'm saying, and I'd wear my glasses, it looked like Benjamin Franklin. It really did.
Right.
In fact, who was it, man? Was it Debbie Goldpants that called me that? Originally, it was Debbie Goldpants, man. We called this chick Debbie Goldpants because she wore gold pants all the time. So her name was Debbie, so we called her Debbie Goldpants.
We weren't very imaginative.
No, we didn't really.
I don't follow.
Wait a minute. Her name was Debbie Goldpants.
You're with us?
Are you following along at home?
All right.
We also called this other guy Hatless Steve. Now,
Oh, you remember the guy that didn't have the hat?
yeah,
Steve.
yeah, Hatless Steve.
Hatless Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. Man. He never had a hat, dude.
Yeah.
He never wore a hat.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of imagination.
He was a
back
lot
then,
cooler
man.
than Pantless Joe, though. Pantless
Yeah, I
Joe
didn't
got a little
care
awkward,
for his
man.
type.
He got a little awkward, man.
It's. I mean, thank God he wasn't allowed on campus a lot. It's.
But shirt cocking at Jeff. Shirt cocking at Jeff was the worst, man. He would just show up in a shirt, man.
Go ahead and get this bottle out. It's gonna be a long run.
What does that mean about me? I'm Two Dogs.
If you want to know how Two Dogs got his name, then help us get to that 100 subscribers on YouTube. And my God,
There it is. Always be closing.
But there you go, brother. But goddamn, what were we fucking talking about, man? How did we get to Debbie Goldpants?
Fucker.
Oh, yesterday's not letting me in. But dude, it was me, Drum, and Stroncy. I mean, man, we were the straight up nerd herd.
Yeah.
I mean, we were nerding it, bro. Straight up, man. I had my duster on, you know what I'm saying? I had my trench on. They're like, nope. Like, you motherfuckers get the hell out.
Honestly, see, I think that's a little rough because I mean it's
I don't
not
blame 'em. I don't blame
like
'em.
it's not like I mean it's Hickory.
And it's also a very preppy club too, man. It
Yeah.
was very, very
Right.
preppy.
Okay,
We were not.
you know what?
were
You're
not.
right. You're right.
I mean, I get it
Yeah.
now, but back in the day, man, we were hostile. We were like, fuck them motherfuckers, you know. We'll never go back. A couple years later, we went back. You know, they let us in. They let us in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let me ask you guys.
Oh, your first time in Pterodactyl.
My first time, man.
Yeah.
Well, I remember some of it. You know, I remember. Well, dude, what really blew me away. Obviously, I've been used to rock and roll clubs. You know, the metal scene, stuff like that. But what tripped me out, man, was some of the gothic industrial people. You know, the people that I was learning or becoming friends with, man, because you guys knew them. You know, it was very outside the norm, which I was always kind of outside the norm anyway, man. I was always black T-shirt, long hair, you know. But I wasn't a goth industrial person. I was more of a metalhead. So those styles were kind of close.
Yeah.
You know, but it was still kind of mind blowing. I mean, I never seen a dude wearing mascara that wasn't a homosexual, man.
Right.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, really, and I'm still
Honestly, until you
Or
met
out a
me,
kiss.
it's
I mean, really, or like Kiss.
Because I mean, I wore that shit to school.
Yeah. I'd be
God,
like,
Kiss, man. But I heard that the other day. Man,
that's
last
the truth.
week's.
It's the true story, man.
It is a true story.
It's a very true story.
honestly, to be fair, Jake J got madder than I did.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Because, man,
I knew what I looked like.
Because we didn't know if you did or not, bro.
No, I knew what I was going into. Now,
beast,
JJ was mad.
Yeah, I know. He was taking it a little bit too for real, you know. But, yeah,
But he
man,
had a shorter fuse.
He
JJ
did.
have a
For
short
sure.
fuse,
He was a shorter person.
I've seen
He
that.
was. He was.
I've seen that.
But he was ornery, man. I mean,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, I love JJ to death.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
But
he's a great guy.
But he's a firecracker, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and he got to that point, brother. It could get. Which, man, that reminds me of some of those times in the Baja, dude. You know, one thing I'll say, guys. we kind of run that motherfucker. Well, when I say
Yeah.
we, y'all, and I was just y'all's friend.
Yeah.
So I got to kind of be in on that too. I was like, yeah, man, I run this motherfucker with these guys.
Oh, the
I was a little bit of a jerk back then.
Just slightly.
oh,
just slightly.
I was a drunk.
Dude, I was, brother, they were nice.
That was where I was learning the art of the blackout.
And brother, you are an artist.
And by the time I'd gotten down a few years later, I'd perfected.
You had it down.
Had it down.
Fat, man.
Boom. But here's the thing: we would take in Baja, and the Baja came after pterodactyl,
Right.
Of course. I don't know if we got any more pterodactyl stories.
Man,
Well, we might as well talk about the drink that we had
at the DAC.
at the DAC and the Baja. It was called the Four Horsemen.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, it's not the
Louises.
Four.
Would ya?
Now, it's not the Four Horsemen that everybody knows nowadays as Jack Daniels, Jim Beam.
Right,
It's
right,
not
right.
that.
No. This was a cup of liquor.
Uh,
It was. It was a straight
was-
up cup of liquor, man. It was a full
It's-
fucking cup of liquor.
it's
All kinds of
it
liquor.
was horrible. I mean, and we really the only reason we did it was almost like a rite of passage, or let's see a
Let's see
test
who can
of
do it.
a test of
Yeah.
bravery.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit would literally take the paint off the fucking walls, man.
I mean,
Oh
it
my
was
it was heavy, man.
I never
so
heard
the
of
Four
it.
Horsemen consisted of Goldschlager,
Gin?
no,
Was gin not in it?
Rumpelmans,
Oh, God.
Jägermeister,
Oh, God.
and Bacardi 151.
That was the catalyst.
Yeah,
right there.
that's the one.
Oh, that's the catalyst.
Well, I mean,
Out of Rumpelmans,
You
which
mix
is
it
100
and
proof
just-
anyway.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what.
God.
Yeah,
Jaeger,
I never had it.
Yeah,
I
which
don't
was
wanna have it.
Oh, it's awful.
it had deer blood in it.
yeah, it's got deer blood and Satan's piss in
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
I mean, for real, you know.
I mean, the Goldschlager
and it's
is
really
not
it's
bad, but
we was
Goldschlager
like,
just
who's
made you
doing
poop
this?
Gold flakes.
Gold flakes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and we would all
It's
head
like
up to the
yellow-
bar.
Yellow number 9.
Yeah.
Of
There's
that
skid
drink.
marks you could take to the jeweler.
Yeah, yeah.
damn.
But we'd all go up to the bar,
24
like
karat
4 or
turd.
5 of us, and was like, all right, who's going to be a man tonight?
Oh yeah.
And line them up,
And,
man.
and
Everybody,
you just,
line them up.
and well, see, a lot of people after they do it once and then they never did it again.
right. Not
And-
us.
Yeah, no,
Not us.
No, some people are a glutton for punishment,
Yeah.
and I was one of those.
All
gluttonous
of us in
ones.
this room were like that.
And we're like, all right, here we go, and bam, and it was terrible. But I give it the same.
Dude, it'd fuck you up, though,
Oh,
brother.
it would. But
Jeez
see, it was.
Louise.
I mean, just getting it down was.
Oh, yeah.
Was
'Cause it
an
wasn't a shot.
event.
It wasn't like a shot, man. I
No.
mean, it was like a small.
It was a
cup.
combo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was. It's
fuck.
probably at least a double.
would-
at
No,
least a double.
no.
I mean, it
Triple.
literally
Yeah, I'm
hurt.
saying.
Triple.
I mean,
No, it hurt. Yeah, no, it burned.
yeah.
Like
I
a
mean,
motherfucker.
That's when you knew it was working.
yeah.
But it was, I always, people was like, how could you just do that every time? And I always gave them the same analogy. I was like, look, man, if you eat a live frog in the morning, nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day.
I mean, that's
see-
hard to argue.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't argue that.
Same thing with the horseman.
I-
If you drink a horseman when you go to the club, nothing.
The rest of the night's gonna be downhill.
Yeah, and you're not going to remember it anyway.
Anyway.
So,
Dude, I remember I had about 5 or 6 new motherfuckers one night. And
Oh, my God.
I was jumping off the stage, man. I mean, we were moshing. Dude, we were moshing to like goddamn Aha or some
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
man. Who's going to drive you home? We're over here fucking moshing, you
Yeah.
know. It's like, I mean, for real, dude. I mean,
Well, see, what
goddamn.
would be bad is, we get in a lot of trouble, me and you,
yeah.
because we would do these ephedrine
Oh,
pills.
we take mini thins.
We take
Yeah,
fucking
oh,
mini
man,
thins.
yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
motherfucker.
We take the shit ton of
Oh, you
those
don't know that-
before we even got up
Wait,
there.
dude, we'd do that shit on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I would drink a 40-ounce, smoke a blunt, and pop goddamn mini thins before I walk into the goddamn door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went and got a goddamn Four Horseman.
Incidentally, kids, this is not something that we.
Oh, we don't
No,
condone
absolutely.
this.
Please
no,
don't.
no.
yeah,
Yeah.
please-
But wasn't it fun?
Please do not. Please do not do this thing. That is amazing.
It's fun. It'll give you the best days of your life. You know, you don't want to do that.
Only if you've got someplace to go.
Yeah. Or a designated driver, which we never did.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Dude, me and Mikey would argue. Hey,
We
man.
tried to be responsible. I mean, me and JJ did. We attempted to be responsible.
It never happened, man. It never.
I always ended up driving. JJ never had a car.
Right.
So it was.
You kind of.
It was.
It worked out. It was an easy.
It was like, well, all right.
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen tonight. You're gonna drive. Which what I meant to say by that was like, I need you to stay relatively sober.
Relatively, right.
And I'm gonna drink. And and we tried to do this every week.
Which
it never happened.
It never worked, man. It never worked.
And he was like, well, look, I'm gonna get my buzz on before I get there. And it was like, all right, cool, just as long as you don't, drink while you're there.
Sober up while you're there.
Yeah,
right.
And it never worked out.
Never. Man, I tell you, I've got 2 Baja stories that I definitely want us to talk about today.
Okay, lay it on me.
The first one, man, because we can tell this story from 2 different points of view, and y'all going to know what I'm talking about when I start bringing it up.
Okay.
There was a night, my buddy Chris Schranz, man, Schranzy. We all remember Schranzy.
Sure.
Schranzy only came to the club a handful of times, and when he did, it was like it was an event.
Yeah.
Oh, Schranz, I mean, it was a big deal because it was so, infrequent,
Yeah.
Well, anyway, man, one night he comes up, obviously, hey, man, let's go out to the car, let's go hit a joint. Yeah, okay, man, cool, Obviously, like me and Schranzy would do,
Sure.
So we're outside, we're smoking one, we're chilling, man. We got some doors on, we're chilling at the Baja parking lot, nobody fucking with us. Well, man, we get out, and we're walking back in, and these 2 dudes are pulling this other guy back. And he is talking mad shit. He's talking to the owner of the club, and I forget who the owner
Jody.
was. No, it was Jody from the Middle East or somewhere. There was somebody who was Middle Eastern.
Oh God, what was his?
You know who I'm talking about?
He was co-owner. What was his name?
But
Mike?
y'all,
I can't remember.
But y'all do remember that there was a Middle Eastern co-owner
Yes. Yeah.
or in management. Well, these 2 guys are pulling this third guy back, and he is cussing, and he's using some really, obviously, racial slurs that I won't go into.
Yeah.
But he's calling this Middle Eastern man every slur you can think of. And I remember me and Schranzy are high as fucking giraffe balls, bro. I mean, we were jammed. I've been drinking anyway, man, so I'm fucked up. And so they're pulling this guy.
Interesting euphemism.
Well, I mean, giraffe balls are pretty high, bro.
They are.
They really are. So as they're pulling this guy out, me and Schranzy started looking at each other. God damn, what's wrong with that motherfucker? We're like, hey, look at him. He's fucked up. And we're laughing, man. We walk in, and all you motherfuckers are surrounding Big Daddy J. Big Daddy J speared that son of a bitch off of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? So y'all
remember that part.
Yeah, see, y'all got to see what happened. We got to
Okay.
see the aftermath. We got to see the shit in the parking lot when this guy,
Right.
as he was walking away, talking mad shit once again as he was walking away.
Yeah.
And he had his 2 boys.
I do remember.
What
Yeah,
y'all
I didn't
tell-
see the outside stuff.
No, yeah, because me and Schranzy, I just thought it was funny because me and Schranzy look at each other like, God damn, that guy, he's mad as fuck. What happened to him?
I was
World Star?
hammered that night.
Bro, World Star for
World
real,
Star.
man. That was World Star
Oh,
before World
boy.
Star was World Star.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell your version, Mike.
Yeah, because I told y'all mine. I got the outside version.
What, as far as...
Like,
What happened?
Yeah.
How did Big Daddy? Why did Big
Big Daddy J just speared this motherfucker out of nowhere.
That looked like Goldberg.
That was it.
Well, wasn't that guy fucking with somebody's girlfriend or something? Or
It generally was some girl that we were all trying to get with.
Yeah.
It's, who knows? It's
And
he
know, I
probably
just
wasn't
started around.
doing anything.
he probably didn't do shit, man. Honestly,
Like I said, we were not the
don't know.
nicest folks.
you had moments. You had moments.
I know, I was probably dancing at that, and I just turned around, whoosh. And we were such big, fucking WWE and
Yeah.
WCW
Yeah,
marks.
and here we
anyway
come into
at
my
that time.
part.
Oh my god! And that just fueled everything.
Yes, man. Yeah, I mean, it was the whole scene.
Yeah.
Was really kind of surrounded by.
Yeah.
Because really, MWF was born a lot of ways in the club scene,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know me, you, the 3 of us, and Chris Stowe kind of, put those seeds in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, the MWF as its name and for what it would become was kind of born in the club scene,
Right.
as well,
Now, my version of that story is I'm in the side room where the pool tables were,
Right.
and I'm trying to run down this girl, and want to say it was Scott, but I could be wrong about that. Somebody came up and said, Doggz, Jay's about to get in a fight. And I'm like,
Again?
damn it. I can't do nothing.
No poo nanner for me tonight.
And so
D9.
I'm
Nothing.
about the time that I stood up, I realized, I'm drunk.
Don't you love when that happens?
Yeah, because you know when
Whoa.
I don't know what it is, but when you're sitting down, you got that equilibrium and
Yes,
everything,
yes.
you're balanced.
When you
Until
come
you
up-
get up on your two drunk feet.
The brick hits you, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like,
brick hits
oh
you.
boy.
Wow, here we are.
I got up on stage just in time to see Jay. Whew, Jay's about 300 pounds.
Jason's a big guy, man.
And-
And a wonderful fucking human being.
He's great. He's
one of
great.
the best people you'll ever meet in your
Yeah.
life, man,
Yeah.
is Big Daddy J. Brad. I'm just saying, man, I love that guy, like, for real.
Just straight up tackled him, speared him off of the stage.
Yeah. And here's
The
the thing.
rush hit me. So I go running like a bull, man.
Drunk bull.
Jumped off the stage
Elbow that
with
motherfucker.
elbow head high. Now
Macho man, bitch.
here's the problem with this. Jay's on top of this guy.
Oh, you didn't elbow Jay, did you?
I elbowed Jay
Oh,
on the back of the
that
head.
on that swerve. You swerved him.
Jay.
He did.
He swerved him.
Oh, my
Jay,
God.
as as physics do, for every action, there's an equal
There's
and
a reaction.
opposite reaction.
Correct, right,
So
right.
I hit Jay on the back of the head. Jay headbutts the guy.
The guy.
His head hit the floor and comes back up, hits Jay. I went to punch the guy. Jay, as he gets his head
But,
come back,
right.
he came back up into my fist.
Jesus Christ.
He hit the guy again.
Is it like them little silver balls, man? You hit one and they
Yes.
keep bouncing back and forth?
And then the bouncers came in.
And only you motherfuckers can get in a fight in the club and the bouncers thank you.
Yeah.
They thanked you guys, man. That's how over
Yeah.
this crew was in that club, man.
Yeah.
You can literally spear a son of a bitch off the stage and the bouncers say, hey guys, thanks.
True.
That's what we do.
That's it, man.
Oh, Jay would get mad because I would chop his sun drops.
Oh my!
Yeah, I
See,
remember
now
that,
this was just a beautiful moment. Mikey, see, now we talked about us being jerks. Mikey was a big jerk,
Dude,
man.
we all except
And,
for me, man. I was the only one that was kind of cool out of
well,
you motherfuckers.
we'll get to
Come on
that.
now.
We'll get to that.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
get to you.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Mikey-
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for this week. Y'all have a good...
Mikey, it's almost like his favorite thing in the world to do back then was make Jay mad.
Dude, and it was so hard to get Big Daddy J, unless you were an outsider.
Unless you were Mike.
Yeah, or the
Because
guy who
all
got
you had to do was Jay loved his sun drop.
Marlboros and Sun Drops.
Religiously.
That was his two things, man.
Yeah.
Marlboros and Sun Drops.
Well, it was
man.
Newports,
And
but yeah.
I thought it was Marlboros.
It was during college,
Oh,
but
okay.
after
He
he
graduated.
yeah.
He graduated.
after he started going to the club with us, he switched to Newports.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
just good
God,
science.
Country, and Sun Drop.
It was really, and it may even not even be in that order, brother.
It may not have been.
It might be Sun
It's
Drop
just
God
random.
Country. Yeah, I don't know. But he loved his Sun Drop.
Yes.
Mike would go up, he would grab his sun drop bottle, and he would hump it.
Hey man, what the hell you doing with my Sun Drop, Mike?
No, it wasn't like that. He was like, you
Motherfucker! I swear!
I swear to God.
I swear before God Almighty Jehovah, I will destroy you. Do you see my wingspan, you son of a bitch?
And then Mike would
He
proceed to
started
chop
chasing
it.
him.
Chopping it.
But he'd chop it. He'd chop it like Ric Flair up in this bitch.
And then, Jay gets mad. Now, Jay, like I said before, he can't run very fast. He's 300 pounds.
Right, but if he catches
But
you, you're
Mikey
fucked.
was like $1.25.
So Mikey was fast, dude. Mikey
and
was
Mikey
quick. He had
would-
quickness.
He had the
Mikey was-
ephedrine and the alcohol.
Oh
fuel.
goddamn man, Minnie thinned up.
Oh man, he's
Underlay,
running,
motherfucker.
and Mikey will juke him.
Yeah.
And then after he jukes him, he does the flare strut.
And then
And
JJ
he
get
can
madder.
get about 4 steps in before Jay centers and starts chasing him again.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about the chopping of the sun
dude.
drops, man. I forgot about that.
that was so much fun.
Dude, I swear, man.
And see, you think it's like, my God, how long could this possibly go on? An hour.
An hour.
Oh, dude. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean-
once I got started.
It was on.
Yeah.
It was on.
Oh, I remember the one night. This was a bad night. This is one of those perfecting the art of the blackout. I got on to Jay.
Like I say, Mike was an artiste.
I got on to Jay, man. I was on Jay the whole
You
time.
stayed on Jay a lot, man, if
did.
I recall
But
correctly.
I love Jay. I
Oh,
love
Jay's,
Jay,
dude,
man.
wonderful human being, man.
But
10
he
out of
chased
10.
me around the whole outside. He chased me around this electrical tower. That that was this big electrical tower out back. And, there's the big legs and pipes and everything. And I was bobbing in and out of the legs.
It's like a cat, man. Mine's like cat-like, dude. Yeah. I'm on mini thins, motherfucker.
It was
So I'm blackout drunk. I think I'm going to drive.
Yeah, I think, quote unquote.
But luckily, there were people there, like, Jay and 2 Doggz, that were going to
Not
prevent
happening.
that.
Not happening, right.
So I'm intent on this. But Doggz calls me over, and I know you've seen this done before. I know you've seen him do this before.
Oh no, you're not bringing this up.
Yes.
Let's hear it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I call it the blackout knockout,
Okay.
where he takes it. Hey, I want you to concentrate on my hands right here.
Right.
Okay, look at me. Look at my hand. Look at my hands. Concentrate on there, and he hits me in the side of the head.
Yeah, dude, you actually put me out with that one time, man.
I knocked many people.
Yeah, man, it put me out one time,
I was
man.
like,
That was weird. I remember that, man. That was,
Boom.
yeah.
down. So
yeah.
I come to. They think it's gonna just calm me down.
Just-
Then I'll ride with somebody. I'll be calmed down at that point. It makes me crazier.
Now you got
And
an
I get
attitude.
straight back up and start doing this shit again.
I do remember this night. Let me tag in here.
Please,
Okay.
please, yes.
Because he was already straight wired when we were coming out of the club. He comes out. He's wearing a nice white button-down shirt and some leather pants because why not?
Well, I mean, that's what we did.
And a scarf for some weird reason. It was before Jericho.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
he was a trendsetter. And he comes out with his shirt all the way unbuttoned. I was like, man, come on, Mike. It's like,
like
we'll
Joey
get out of
Ryan
here.
up in this
He's like,
motherfucker.
what are you talking about, baby? I got all girls sweating this.
Oh, yeah. Look here, look
So he
here.
runs up. There was,
All the girls.
you know what? I'm not. Yeah, I better be careful on this. Okay,
be
so
careful,
there
bro.
was a girl
Here we
that
go.
was there. He kind of he flared up
Rick
to,
flared it. Flared
walked
it.
up to, and he does the woo.
Oh, no,
and,
no. He thrust. He did the thrust.
but he was on her, and
See, this is where it gets out of control.
yeah, this is where we're like, okay, till
And
next week. No.
now here's the problem. I don't think she knew Mikey.
Oh, no.
Like,
Who the fuck are you?
that was gonna
Wait,
stop me.
Yeah, I'm the nature boy, baby.
Like I knew who she was, but I don't think
She knew Mikey.
Right.
And I was like, and she turns around, looks at me, and she's like, well, what the hell? Who is this guy? And I was like, sorry. And then Jay's like, don't worry, little missy, I got this. All right, listen, Mike, here, you're going to calm down. And he's like, fuck your sun drop. And then that's where it takes over. Well, then
got real.
I did.
It got real.
I did the knockout, and I was like, pop, got him. Boom.
Did
I
he
was,
just say, fuck my sun drop?
and
Oh, man.
got the knockout. I got to where I was pretty damn good with that.
Dude,
And-
Oh, for sure.
I
'cause
remember-
I know. It was like, What about your hands?
I remember the one time you got me with it at a party, and granted, we were drinking, and I was, you know me, I'm a skeptic. I'm always like, man, that shit don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I've always been like that, you know. And I remember Doggz did that shit because it was a pressure point thing, too. You'd hit a couple points, and then you hit me on the side of the head, and I'm like, I don't feel shit. And then all of a sudden, man, my legs went out, man. They really did. It was such a weird sensation, man. You know, and I was like, oh shit, I guess it does fucking work. But I was like, do it to me, motherfucker. You know, pop. Well, I don't feel shit. I fell down, you know.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
now we're all like, it's me, it's Jay, it's JJ, it's the random girl. We're all chasing Mikey, and he's juking all of us.
Drunk as fuck, man. Drunk as hell.
And I mean,
still can't get him.
It got to a point to where, and so see, much like my dad tells me, I got a lot of quit in me.
And, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's like this went on like Jay, he's blown up.
I'm gonna say, man, Jay's out of breath.
He's still lumbering after.
Come here, Mikey.
Like 5 minutes ago, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. And
he'll eventually wear himself down. Not on many things I won't, motherfucker. I'm up here all night. Well, hey, look, guys, we're actually an hour and 15 minutes in.
Oh, damn.
Wow. So let's take a little break, man. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Are we playing a song this week?
Well, dude, Doggz, it's funny you mentioned that, brother.
Yeah.
I want you to pick it, man. Of the songs we've played so far on our show, and I know I didn't say nothing to you to begin with, so you know, of all the songs we've played up till now, man,
well,
pick us one, man.
It's funny because there is one thing that I really like to do, Jason.
Okay. Yeah, man.
And that one thing is I do like to ride my bike.
When do you like to ride your bike?
On Saturday.
Do you go with
Saturday night, actually.
Do you go with anybody?
No.
So
I ride my bike alone.
So what you're saying is you like to ride your bike alone on a Saturday night.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you, why don't you do the honors, brother? The Bad Somethings is the name of the band.
The Bad Somethings. I like to ride my bike.
And remember, you got it right here on the PUDcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Got a new reflector.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Once again, the name of the band was The Bad Somethings. The name of the song was My Bike. David Hayes, Two Dogs. That's a good selection, brother.
I like to ride my bike alone on a Saturday night.
It's catchy as fuck, ain't it, man?
I don't want to ride with anybody.
You want to do it alone?
No, I just by myself. Sometimes I need to be alone with my thoughts and just
On a Saturday?
On a Saturday, yeah.
Ride my bike, you know.
Yeah, I could go hang out with some friends, but
No.
I'd rather be alone.
I tell you, man, I do dig that band, though.
I do too.
Yeah, man,
I
it's
do
a
too.
solid band. They got that old school kind of, classic rock vibe.
It's
I dig
one of
it,
those
man.
songs that gets stuck in your head.
Oh, it's there.
And
It's there.
it's gonna be there until you hear the song in its entirety.
Yeah, and even then, man, it's still, going to be there. I mean, I've been humming that, man. I got to say, man, we have gotten a lot of cool music on this show. And I really want to thank all the bands that I've reached out to that came back. I want to thank Mike Sherrill, Papa Jack, over at WTAU. I got to put those guys over, man. That's where we hear all this music.
I did finally get to listen to WTAU.
Did you check out some
I
of
did.
it? What'd you think, dog? What'd
It's
you think?
good stuff,
It's good
man.
show,
That's
man.
a lot of fun, man.
And he's all over the place now, dude. Here's the only thing about WTAU. I would say I like about 90% of the music. There's about 10%, some of the vocal style with some of the heavier music, like the I think Papa Jack even calls it the Cookie Monster vocals.
Right.
That gets a little iffy with me.
It's not in your demo.
It's not, man. It's not. But man, I would say 90%.
Never really has been. You've
No.
never been into the speed metal or the death metal. I don't think they call it that anymore.
Yeah, like the
Well, Screamo, I think they call it
like
now.
death metal.
That's what the kids are calling it.
Nowadays.
The kids are calling the Screamo with their Britney Spears and their
their Tupacs.
Forrest Whitaker.
That was a hell of a I don't even know what to say
I
about
think
that.
they called it
man.
Screamo
You
about
and your
15
Britney
years ago.
Fox. You think you're something.
I think Screamo went out like with the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't
I don't fucking know. But the only thing I was going to say about WTAU, man, I got to put this a little bit out there, man. A lot of times when I listen to that show, I'm working out. That's kind of my workout music.
Oh, there you go.
And which is really awesome, man, because, Mike plays a lot of heavy, good shit.
Yeah.
But, man, he also plays some, like, straight up, like, jazz flute shit, too. I mean, which is good music. It's good music, man. It's
Yeah.
local. It's not necessarily local, but it's independent. It's really good. But man, I mean, he'll be playing like some June shit. I'm like jamming out. I'm lifting weights, and all of a sudden, do shit. And I'm like, nah, motherfucker. I'm trying to get that last set, man. It's hard to get when you listen to some jazz flute. But all in all, man, it's a great show. I highly suggest if you like the music we're playing here on the podcast, then listen to WTAU because you're going to get that and more, a lot more. We can only really play one song a week, and that's not every week.
Yeah.
That's just most weeks. So man, if you like that independent music, if you like the Bad Somethings, if you like Center Lane, if you like the Upasadian band, I think I'm saying that right. Pound Sign 6 is another band we've played. Psycho Stick, we need to get back to some Psycho Stick. We got some more of them guys coming
The
up.
song Jaded, that was the one
That
I
was
couldn't think of.
that was Center
earlier.
Lane, man.
Yeah,
That's Center Lane.
Great song.
Great song, man. I'm a huge fan of that band. I'm a fan of all these bands. Center Lane has kind of got a little bit of a special place for me because they've been like really supportive of us. Not saying these other bands have not. I mean, but Center Lane, like we're friends on Facebook now. I'm friends with a couple of the members of Center Lane.
Right on.
Man, we kind of reached over that. Hey, you're a podcast, we're a band. To where we're actually, somewhat communicating. I don't talk to the guys a lot.
Yeah.
But man, they just been very supportive. We've got some fans from them. In other words, we've had some people like our page. That came from those guys. In other words, man, it's just a cooperation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to get to. But once again, man, Bad Somethings, My Bike. If you like the music, share the video. We're going to have the video up on our page today. God forbid, buy the album. But seriously, man, buy the fucking album. If you can't buy the album, share it, man. Jesus Christ, somebody out there may want to listen to it too. Okay, let me get off my soapbox. I'm really passionate about putting these local independent bands over, man. I mean,
absolutely, man, because I think the music scene right now is
it's in the toilet.
Yeah,
mainstream.
It really is.
Yeah. Talking mainstream.
Yeah.
Well, like last week. Did you listen to last week's episode with Wayne Sisk?
Yeah, I did.
Wayne, is
Wayne,
tremendous guest.
It's always great.
Dude, he's been on twice, and every time he's on, it just elevates. And, but we were talking last week, and Wayne asked a question. He was like, do you think there's a light at the end of the tunnel with the music scene? And I said, yeah. And I think we just heard part of that silver lining of that light at the end of the tunnel in the bad somethings. Just like I think we heard that light at the end of the tunnel last week with Center Lane.
Yeah.
You know, with Pound Sign 6, with the Upasadian band. I hope I'm saying that right. But, you know, Psycho Stick's another one, man. The band Wrestling, you know, these are just some local and slash independent bands that, you know, have reached out and let us, you know, put them out there.
Right.
And like I said, dude, in today's society, when we have the internet, when we have pretty much everything at our fingertips, we don't need the corporations, man. We don't need Clear Channel. We don't need the Fox. We don't need 95.7.
No.
We don't need that anymore. But what we need is each other promoting and getting the word out, man. We can't do it unless we, the people, the honest-to-God people, take 30 fucking seconds and hit the share button. That's all I'm asking people. I ain't asking for blood. Like I say, God forbid you spend 15 on the album. You know, now go out and buy the Rolling Stones' 12th greatest fucking hits album. You know, you do that shit.
Yeah.
You know, but you won't buy Center Lane? Come on, man. Support them. That's all I'm going to say about it, man.
That's
God,
right.
man.
That's right.
What do you think about it, Doggz? Am I right or am I wrong? What's
no,
up, man?
you're
Tell me, man.
absolutely right, because and to just put a cherry on what you were just saying, I do think there is a light at the end of the tunnel as far as music goes. Right. Now, I think we got to hit rock bottom first. Sadly,
I don't know how far away we're from that, brother. I mean,
I think we got a ways to go. I think we can be worse.
goddamn, I'm almost afraid to say how can we get worse, because you know I may find out.
Yeah,
you know, it may come to fruition here.
Keep listening to The Edge.
Oh boy, I don't listen to radio, man. The only
I have not listened to terrestrial radio in years.
Me either, man. The closest thing to radio I listen to is WTAU. Honest to God, that's it, man. That's
but honestly, I don't know if that's just me not liking the music, or just the fact that I'm almost 44, and I'm just I am my father now.
I'm
like,
getting there.
You and your
turn down that damn music, you know. But you know, another radio show that we do need to put over, and we don't put over enough, Mike, is Clint Mephisto.
Yeah.
Shit Kicking Rose show. I feel so bad that I don't put him over, because he's such a good dear friend of ours.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Chris Eisenberg today. He's a brother. He's a brother to me, and we don't really put his show over. You know why? Because I don't listen to it, and I don't
think you're supposed to be putting over his alter ego, are you?
Well, yeah, man. I put him all over, man.
I
don't think you're supposed to be mentioning the alter ego.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Why not?
Well, it's Clint Manifesto. I don't know who this other person, this
Mikado. Is you about to say Mikado? Who's Mikado?
Oh goddamn! It's
not
1996.
Right,
It's like the dirt sheets.
Ah, hell!
Come on, man. You think the
Kayfabe's dead.
Come on, man. Kayfabe's gone, bro.
God, how many personalities does the cat have?
He's got more names than the devil.
What is he, Sybil?
Yeah. Manny faces. But you like that? But no, man, we got to put his show. I don't listen to it because I don't drink anymore. If I was still drinking, man, it would be my favorite show. It really, I mean, because it's that rockabilly type stuff, man. Yeah. I don't get into it as much when I'm sober. Mm-hmm. But man, now when I was drinking back in the day, yeah, man, I love that kind of music. I still do like the music. It's just not what I'm going to go to. You know?
No, there's something to be said for listening to rockabilly while you're. The best thing that I can say is sitting in your garage with a beer and the
PBR beer,
or
rusty piss water, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be here listening like Reverend Horton Heat, you know, the psychobilly stuff, and you know, what's the song?
Psychobilly Freakout.
Yeah, Psychobilly Freakout. And that's just one of the songs you want to just run around just with two beers.
I will do it too.
You just want
take
to
it back
nuts.
to the club days, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a follow up to that story we were just talking about. I wound up in Josh Stewart's car.
Oh Jesus!
He wound up taking me to his place. Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, you know, you got to know, a lot of these stories I only get secondhand.
From the ones about you?
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Damn.
You know what you did last night?
Right.
Oh, shit.
So, next day I wake up in Josh's car, in the driver's seat.
Okay.
And there's just black, just black throw up. And that's Jaeger. So
that's exactly what that is.
It's that deer blood coming back,
running down the side of the inside of the door.
The motherfucker, you want to talk? You remember when you did that to my car?
Oh, I know. Well, I don't know. but I know what you told me.
Dude, let me tell you.
No, but listen, I'm waking up in his driver's seat with all this stuff here, and I have no idea where the fuck I am. I'm like, where am I?
How did I get here?
How did I get here? And I figure out, I was like, okay, this is Josh's car. I'm guessing this is Josh. I don't know which apartment is Josh's.
Yeah, right. They all look alike.
Yeah.
I mean, right.
So I have to go knock on every door to find out which one is Josh's apartment.
And see,
Finally,
that's
I
the
found
thing.
him.
Josh will sleep. I mean,
Right.
when Josh passed out, he didn't wake up until well into that afternoon.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Hibernates.
Yeah.
He fucking hibernates. Well, I got to tell about a story since you're talking about, waking up in cars and whatnot. Dude, we went. I know you remember this, Mike. Doggz, you weren't with us, but I can't remember if you were with us
good,
earlier
okay.
tonight. And I was like, shoo.
Because I thought I knew which one you were going to tell.
Well, we gotta bring up a place. We gotta bring up Hayden's. Who remembers Hayden's here?
Oh, I remember Hayden.
Oh, yeah.
Hayden's was a restaurant in Gastonia.
Yeah.
It was kind of our watering hole. It was kind of our hangout. The three of us in here would always go there, along Chris Stowe,
Yeah.
Carrie Stowe, Chris's wife now. Smiley would go. It was kind of
Mainly after wrestling shows.
Usually, yes. But this one particular night, we all met up there. It wasn't a wrestling show or anything, but we were just up there drinking. Well, me and Mikey get, per usual, hammered. I mean, we get more hammered than usual at this particular night. The band Front 242, an industrial band,
That's right.
is playing at
That's
Trademark.
right.
Okay. So me and Mike,
We were already blasted out.
Dude.
Before we even left there.
we're arguing who's going to drive.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't drive. Mike ended up driving because I was like, dude, I can't. I mean, I literally couldn't go.
Taking one for the team.
So
Yeah.
Mikey drives us up there. Okay, man. Well, once again, let me just reiterate: we are fucking hammered before we leave Hayden's, man.
Kids, don't do this.
No, do not
Don't
do
do
this.
this. It was a different time.
It was a different
You can't
time,
get
man.
away with
We
that
were
now.
different people.
It's
You can't, man, and we are not
No.
condoning doing this.
No, not at all.
This is
Not
just
at all.
what we did. Well, man, we make it up to Tremont. It was at Tremont Music Hall.
Yeah.
I had to piss, man, so bad. I get out, I piss the first place I could beside a van. There's people in this fucking van. Hey, what you fucking doing? And I'm like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? Hey, rock and roll, motherfucker. And they're like, hey, quit pissing on our van. Hey,
don't be a square.
Yeah, man, fuck you, man.
I don't know why you were in the 1950s, but don't be a square, daddy.
Well, we were pretty fucking. Yeah, and I shake my dick at him, But anyway, so I run away, sorry, get away from him. So me and Mikey go up to the door. Well, in our drunken state, well, we forget you got to have fucking money to get into this goddamn place. So
there was a cover.
there was a cover, man. So we're like, well, how much money you got? I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
How much money you got? I ain't got shit. Dude, we had no money. So we're
We'd
up here
already spent it at fucking Hayden's.
at the bar.
Yeah.
Fucking blast.
I mean, getting shit faced. So anyway, a good friend of ours happened to be at the club.
Yeah.
Who was it?
See, I don't really want to put anybody on blast.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is this detrimental to them?
No, not really.
We'll put ourselves on blast for
Okay,
this shit.
okay.
but,
Yeah, it was a friend
Okay.
of ours, and she was like, she paid for us to get in. So we're like, hey, that's awesome, man. So anyway, believe it or not, I actually started sobering up a little bit. I started drinking water. I'm like, okay, I'm, after getting kind of, that little confrontation outside, I sobered up a little bit, So I was like, okay. Well, anyway, Mikey and this particular girl come up and says, hey, can I borrow your car keys? I'm thinking Mikey's going out and get some pussy. That's really what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, man, cool. Just don't fuck up my back seat. Don't gup. Don't go gupping.
I don't know why you just made that gross, but
that made it gross. But,
It's totally not gross.
no. So anyway, man, so they're gone, and I'm just, like I said, I'm assuming they're hooking up, man. Cool. Band's coming up. Band's jamming, dude. I'm into it. At this point, I'm sobering up.
Gupping.
Well, man, I see the girl come, she's walking around. I'm like, hey, where's Mike? She's like, I don't know. I haven't seen him. I'm like, when's the last time you saw him? She was like, well, when he came to get your car keys. I haven't seen him since. I was like, okay, well, I thought he was fucking you, but okay, cool, whatever. So, man, so I'm like, all right. So we finished.
and knowing you probably said that to her.
I think I did. I thought y'all out fucking, but cool, okay. I hope it's okay. Well, man, so the band comes out. By the time the band's done playing, dude, Front 242 comes out. I'm sober.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sweated it all out. I've been drinking water. I'm you know how you never truly sober up, but I'm sober enough. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
you drank your way through to the other side.
yes, yeah, I came through the other side, man. And I'm like, okay, where the fuck's Mike? Now, man, we in Treatmont. You remember Treatmont's not the greatest area in Charlotte.
No.
It was a little rough, man.
It's still rough.
It's still rough. Still
Yeah.
rough. It's
Yeah.
still rough. So what, man, do I walk out to? Now, it was cold, too, man. It was like wintertime. You know, it was pretty cold outside. I walk up to my car. Both windows rolled down. Mikey, car's on. The car's running. I don't know. My fucking Dio Holy Diver tape is jamming, man. I'm talking Holy Diver. I mean, I'm hearing this shit as I'm walking up. Mikey's got both windows down. The heater is on full blast, and there is vomit all down the side of my car.
Oh, Mike.
I don't know, man. Only thing I can assume my car had been on full blast the whole time, and Mikey's just done.
idea.
Done. But man, what got me? I'm walking up. I'm like, damn, somebody jamming out on some Dio, man. Hell yeah. I'm like, oh shit. That's coming from my car. Oh,
That's my
shit.
car.
That's my car.
That's my Dio.
And I'm like, God damn, Mike. And Mike's like, you know, he's like, yeah, man. So I'm like, oh,
That's fine.
motherfucker.
Oh,
So
dude.
I drive his ass. We drive back to Lincoln, man. Mike's out, man. Mike's
Yeah.
out. We,
Oh, I remember. Okay, I
you remember the story?
I remember the story now.
Well, man, we pulled back up in front of Mike's house,
Yeah.
where we roomed together, the old house, whatever. And I was like, hey, man, we're here. And Mike's like, what? I'm like, we're here, man. Your homie is like, we're going to the show, man. I'm like, dude, the show's over, brother. He's like, you're fucking kidding me. And I'm like, nah, brother, night's over. God damn. So he gets out of the car and just falls fucking down. Walking up the hill, man, he kind of like stumbles and just does a complete side drop. I'm like, fuck him. And I left, man.
Now, see, I remember the
Missed
conversation went a little
But
different,
he
too.
missed the whole fucking thing.
Because I remember the conversation when you pulled up to his house went a little different.
Well,
Because it was like, you missed the show. Is it, what the hell you mean with me?
Yeah,
And it was like-
that, yeah.
Well, fuck it, let's just go then.
Y'all, he
And I was
did.
like,
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, that's right. You did. He was
We're-
like,
yeah,
fuck it, let's
it's-
go. And I'm like, no, man, we went.
God damn it! Well, just take me home.
Oh,
You're home.
That's right. I did. He did.
Yeah.
You're right, dude. Because Mike's like, fuck it, let's just go home. I mean, you're here. He was like, you're fucking kidding me. And I'm like, no, man. But what killed me was when you're stumbling up the way and you just took that side drop. Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
did flare. You
No,
did
it
the
wasn't
side.
flare?
No, it was like a side bump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you hit your side. And I'm like, it'll be all right.
Being the peach of a friend that you are, put it in reverse. And,
I left. See ya. Dude, that was a fun night. But man, shit was
Apparently.
wasn't it?
Apparently.
It was a
Apparently.
great night, man. That was
Apparently. Well, see, that was the thing. You know, a lot of our really fun times were those car rides,
yes.
or
yeah.
or afterwards somewhere else like Athens.
Dude, okay.
Athens.
All right, hold on, y'all. I got a story.
Okay.
And it segue into Athens. I do, obviously, I almost use Athens for our artwork today.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
Athens was so critical
Oh,
Oh,
to this
man.
time.
Quite the institution in Charlotte.
it was. It
It
was.
really was.
Well, let me tell my Baja story that fades into a Athens story.
Okay.
This is the only one I really wanted to get out today. All right.
I always get nervous when you start these stories.
Why?
No reason.
I'm actually not telling. I'm actually about to tell on myself big time right now.
Oh, okay, good.
So we're outside in the parking
Continue.
lot. Yeah. I was like, please. I'm about to embarrass myself. Well, please, goddamn, you know. So man, we're out in the parking lot, and I mean, you know, we've been drinking, you know, obviously, and it was getting a little late in the evening, and this chick rolled up who I'd seen around, but I didn't know her. And anyway, she's there talking, and she's in her car. She's about to leave, and we're all kind of like in a circle, and somebody says, "Hey, Finger," or something, you know, and she was like, "Hey, are you Jason Finger?" Do you know what I'm going with this? Do you know? Okay. She was like, "Are you Jason Finger?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "I heard of you." I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Oh shit." She was like, "I hear you like to get fucked up." And I was like, "Well, yeah, you heard right." And she was like, "Here you go." And she handed me a bag. And she was like, "These will make you feel righteous." And what she handed me.
See, kids, you have to understand
It was a different time.
the lingo that was used back then. Righteous.
She was like, "You'll feel righteous," and I was like,
Sounds like it's straight from a fucking Cheech and Chong movie.
"Dude, what, watch it."
And this is supposed to be in the 90s.
This was the 90s, man.
Hamburger.
So anyway, man, this motherfucker hands me.
Mr. Lizard. I'm sorry.
God damn it, y'all.
I'm not sorry. Ah!
So, man, she handed me this bag. And what this bag was, man, it was the bottom of a bag of magic mushrooms.
Oh,
So there was only like powder. It wasn't like any kind. It was just shake. It wasn't any full. And she just gave it to me.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, "Here." She was like, "Make you feel righteous. Do that." I was like, "Hell yeah!" So, man, I ate them like a goodie powder. Man, I just looked
Like
down,
you do.
like you do. Well, man, about an hour, give or take, man, it gets close to closing time in the bar. And I remember me and you, Mike Payne, we were at the bar. And I remember talking to you about this, man. I was like, "Dude, I don't feel shit, man. You know, there ain't nothing going on. I don't feel nothing, dude.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. You know, I didn't pay for it. It was free. It was cool offer."
Mikey wasn't there.
That's the spoiler. No. Nah, man, the lights came on. Motherfucker, that whole bar was melting in front of me. I was like, "Oh, shit. Dude, I was fucked up, man." I was like, "Uh-oh. Oh, boy." And not only that, I'm like, "Goddamn, the bar's closing. Oh, fuck. Now what?"
Yeah.
You know. So I'm like, "Mike, you got to drive." I said, there is no way on God's green earth I can make it. Just period. So we go to Athens. And remember, man, this is around Christmas time because we started talking about the Who's in Whoville smoking all the Who hash. Do you remember that?
Man, oh gosh.
Because we had this whole joke going on. Anyway, man, for anybody who's not experimented with psychedelics, let me just give you a quick overview of what psychedelics are.
It's at this point to where we need you need an educational drop to.
Well, basically, whatever your surroundings is how you're going to react. In other words, if you're in a positive, fun environment, you can have the greatest night of your life.
Yeah.
You can laugh your ass off. You can have fun. If you're in an awkward or a weird or a confrontational situation, it can be downright terrifying. It really can. So, man, we get to Athens. All right, now, remember, it's Christmas time, so all the Christmas lights are blinking and shit. And I'm fucked up, man. I'm like, "Oh, God damn it." You know, I'm like, "Why did I do this?
Too much,
man." And I'm also about to show how people on psychedelics and people who are drinking do not mix, man.
Yeah.
Psychedelics and alcohol do not mix. Brother, I'm going in there and I sit the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying shit to nobody. I'm staring at the table, praying to God that this night hurry up, just get me home. All of a sudden, you know, all the drunks are there. You know, Mike, you know, Scooter, you know, all the drunks. I can't remember if you were there or not, Doggz. I can't remember.
Possibly.
Maybe, man. But anyway, 2 cops walk in.
Oh,
I do remember this.
I catch
Okay.
eyes with one of them motherfuckers. I'm like, "Oh, goddamn, he knows I'm fucked up. He knows that he can tell it, man." So once again, this is where drunks and trippers separate ways. Because all of a sudden, Scooter, it was fucking Scooter, like, "Hey, is that bacon I smell?"
Jesus.
Oink, oink, oink. I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker, shut up. Shut the fuck up, man. He already knows I'm fucking high, man. You know, he's going to bust me."
I ain't never took no shit like this, man.
Yeah,
My
man.
fucking hits.
Weigh the anchor. How much is the weigh? I don't know, man.
I'm gonna freak you out, man. Goddamn.
Can I see your license? Yeah, man. It's on the back of the car.
Knocking, but you can't come in.
Yes.
Turns out these cops, they were just 2 security guys that got off.
Yeah. No, they were legit. No, man. They had the gun, the badge. Man, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Scooter. God damn it, man." Anyway, the night went by. I mean, it went okay. You know, we got out unscathed. But I went home. I still live with my mom and dad. Tripping still, man. I'm still tripping. I go to put the key into the fucking door. I'm like, "Okay, man, they're not up yet," because they get up very early. As soon as I stuck that key in, my mom opened the door. "God, you're home awfully late." I'm like, "Oh, God. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed." You know, anyway. That was just one of those nights at the fucking Baja, man.
Yeah.
It was just one of
Yeah.
those. And then going into Athens, man. You know, that was the segue into Athens.
There was a lot of fun to be had in there.
Brother,
you know?
sometimes,
man.
sometimes we get wild at Athens more than it would at the club.
Yeah,
Mikey Payne, didn't you run into some issues at Athens one night?
I did.
I remember a couple of times.
Yeah, there was one time I
think I've
had,
been to Athens once.
you know, too much.
Too much.
But I was there, you know, I was eating it, and it came on me, man. It was like, I'm gonna be fucking sick. I've had too fucking much.
Too much.
I'm
too
not
much.
gonna fucking make it. So I make a beeline for the bathroom, and I'm holding my hand over my mouth, and it's coming out
Oh yeah, man. I've been there.
as I'm making the corner. I'm like, oh god! So I make it there, and I just let go, and I'll eventually pass out.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Well, this wasn't the men's bathroom.
Oh no shit.
No shit.
I wasn't there. I heard
So-
about this. I wasn't there, but I did hear about it.
So I'm in the floor, and a lot of people I know that are coming in there, and like, right, I have no fucking idea. But they tell me one of the Charlotte PD came in there.
Oh no shit.
To see what's going on here. Like, he's just had too much. He got sick. He'll be fine.
He'll be all right.
Oh,
Man.
get him out of here. Get him out of here. It's like, yeah. That was one of them. If there were any more, I don't remember offhand or can't. But I always go back to Athens and the time that we were all there drinking. We'd all ridden together in the same car.
Are you talking about with Smiley?
Yes.
Fuck. This is on you, David Hayes. This is on you.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, we're all like, uh-oh.
Yes, yeah. This one's okay. Please go.
Please keep going. Because I remember like, oh shit.
All Josh wanted to do was eat his food.
That's it. He wasn't asking for blood. He wasn't being an asshole.
This poor man.
He was being
Wrong
cool,
place,
man.
wrong time.
He was being straight, man. He
Yeah.
was being cool as shit, dude. He was
In
a
fact,
straight
he
up
drove
guy,
us,
man.
didn't he?
He was. No, you were driving.
Whose car did we have?
Smiley's.
Exactly.
Because I was in the back seat. I remember that because he
Well, we never let him drive anywhere.
he was in the back seat with me.
Yeah, because he was.
Y'all wouldn't even let him ride shotgun in his own car.
Yeah, no.
Most of the time, we
No.
made him get in the trunk.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and that's
That
a
was
shoot.
shitty. That's shitty, man.
It was.
That was y'all.
It was
Okay,
shitty.
now hang on before
was
you
shitty.
look at me and start placing blame. I wasn't the only one that said this is a good idea.
Well, it was usually my trunk. But that ain't cool, man. It
wasn't cool. It was
ain't
not cool.
man. Smiley listens to our show, so I want to publicly apologize to Smiley for doing that shit back in the day, man.
You should.
I should, and you should too.
Huh?
Come on, man. Don't be a
What?
dick, man. We're 40 years old, man.
I
Come
don't-
on.
40
I don't recall doing anything to
You're a
Smiley.
grown ass man.
Motherfucker, you're the one that would put him in physically.
Huh?
All right, man. Let's quit. Let's keep this conversation because I don't want to just sit here and tell embarrassing Smiley stories, man. Smiley's been too good to the PUDs, man. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Man. I ain't gonna do that, man.
But no, we got there somehow. Not sure how.
Like I said, the man just wanted to eat his French fries, man.
We sat
That's
down
all
and get
he
some food.
wanted.
Doggz didn't have any food. He wanted
No,
Josh's
no, bullshit. No, he did. Yeah, that
No.
motherfucker had food.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I think I did have a
He-
sandwich.
man,
I
that's
think I did
my-
have a burger.
Do you think he's gonna go and not have food, man?
No, I didn't think he got anything.
Yes, that's what made it even worse, man. Because he already had food.
He's like a kid.
Yeah, man, it'd be different if he was
I
starving.
just remember
Yes, he had a
Josh
plate.
had this big plate of fries.
And that's all the man
It was a
wanted.
huge plate.
It was just fries. Yeah, that's all he got.
Well, Josh had
No, he
weird
got
eating
that- he got
habits
that-
anyway.
No,
No, he
that-
got that
true.
grilled cheese.
Oh, okay.
Too.
Okay. But Doggz had like a hamburger, fries, man.
See, I thought he wasn't doing anything.
No, man, that's what
Well,
made it
what
so
he
bad.
did-
the
just
reason you
reached out,
think
"I want
that is
some of your
because I
fries."
eat so fast that,
Yeah, true, man. I mean,
nobody knows.
now Doggz could put down a hamburger like in the time I take like 3 bites.
Like,
That's a
it's-
shoot. That's a shoot.
It's warp speed.
Brother,
it's like I was in prison. I gotta
you
eat
would,
it.
yeah, for real.
You
Oh,
acted like you were in prison when you went for his fries.
dude, but you ate like all of his fries.
Now, well, wait a minute. Now I'm
At
not
least-
the
at least
only.
half.
I'm not the only
that was
guilty
not, that was
party.
not the
No.
only hand that went in that plate.
I don't
That's
know who.
true.
I don't know who else would do that, man.
You can't think of anybody,
Not a-
Jason Finger?
no.
No.
No,
nobody.
absolutely.
He's like, man, them fries look good.
And it started out like
I didn't do
would
anything.
get.
What?
I grabbed like he was talking.
You would
to
grab
somebody.
handfuls, man.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, let the story build. Don't
sorry,
kill
sorry.
the lead. That's-
I went right to the pinfall, man.
yeah,
I
don't.
went
That's
right-
like,
don't take it home, motherfucker.
You got to build the match, man. Jesus. It's like it started out like he was talking. Oh, there was a girl there. What the? I can't remember what this girl's name was, but she was.
I don't remember a chick being there.
There was a girl there
possible.
because
It's possible, very possible.
he was talking to her about you should be a valet for wrestling.
I think I do remember
Yeah.
that. I think I do now.
I
Okay,
can't remember what
okay.
this girl's name. She was all right.
I think
And,
so. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, and so while he was thought he was gonna run this girl down,
Trying to get his game on.
yeah, he's trying to get his game on.
man.
I'll grab a fry. And then I was like, and well,
He didn't see me.
I'm a sneakster. And
Sneakster.
well, Finger decided to follow suit.
What?
Yeah, and you had a couple.
Bullshit.
Now, there's another party that I'm not gonna name, that led the cavalry here with.
That was you.
That was you.
That was
goddamn.
you.
Oh, I followed suit. I was like, that is a fantastic idea. What that just grabbed him
Who's
by
the
the
other
hand.
one that did it?
I'm not gonna say his
Don't
name.
want to put him on blast. Okay. Have we talked about him in the show today?
We'll call him by his work name and just say or CC.
CC.
And
CC. I don't know, man.
it's he ran an enterprise for us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I got you. I don't remember.
Oh, you just whispered it into the microphone.
Shit.
No, did he?
I'm still learning, man.
Yeah,
I'm
he
still
was
learning.
there.
I don't remember
Christian
him being
led the
there,
cavalry.
man.
We
I don't
fuck
remember
it.
that.
We might as well.
I
Christian
swear I
led
don't
the.
remember that.
More,
He grabbed a
more likely he
handful.
was.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him doing the handful.
I don't need.
I remember you
No,
doing the
you
handful.
did the handful.
Oh, I did.
Several.
Admittedly. Now, when Christian grabbed a handful of them, and I was like,
That's
that's hilarious. And
Yeah,
a
he
good
didn't even
idea.
whisper it. He didn't even whisper it.
Yeah, I know. It's-
We're learning. We're new.
Done.
We're new. We're learning.
I was like, well, that was a damn fine idea. I think I'll follow suit.
This is about the time he.
But
he
I'm
saw
not.
it.
But I'm competitive. So I grabbed.
You double fisted it.
handfuls.
Two handfuls. Dude, I mean, like,
Yum, 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 yum.
what was so funny, man, is Smiley didn't even realize what was going on until you did it.
Yeah.
And he caught you doing it.
I think that's pretty much what we caught.
Yeah.
Because we would see it.
That's kind of funny.
We caught you doing it.
But you did it, like, for real. Like, like, goddamn. You like one of them claw machines, man.
Yeah.
You came back with the whole.
I wanted to say, it was a whole plate. I mean, this was a larger than average size plate.
And Athens fries were the shit, dude.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
everything. I mean,
and
fries,
there
grilled
was
cheese.
you
and
couldn't
tea,
see
bro.
the plate for the fries.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
they
it
were
was
off the chain.
like a little
Oh, my
volcano.
They were so good.
It was Mount St.
So
Fries,
good.
and it was.
Mount St. Fries.
So it's like this. Josh is 100 pounds, and I was like, he'll
No,
never.
motherfucker was more than 100 pounds.
Well, I mean, he wasn't, like he wasn't like
Point
meaty
is-
or anything,
The
but-
point is, he's not going to eat all these fries.
Well,
there are-
not around you.
And there are starving.
You ever seen him at Taco Bell?
There are starving people in this world, and I will not as a man of a good and decent faith that I am.
Shit.
I will not stand by and let
That's
food go to waste when there's starving people in this world.
You're so full of shit.
Just because.
Stole that motherfucker's fries. There's
you
no
stole
way.
his fries, man. You tried to act like you damn doing something nice for the world.
You was going.
Yum, 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 yum. That's what got me, man, because you're being a dick about it. You're like, look at me, eat your fries, you motherfucker. Do something.
I am nothing if I am not comedic. It's,
Dude, what? The funniest part of that was later on when we were in the car. Because he had passed out.
He got fucking hot over
Yeah, because
the
he passed
fries.
out and then he came back too. You remember? Because he passed out momentarily.
Yeah.
And then he woke up and he was like,
No, I'm talking about in Athens.
oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
He threw a fucking fit.
oh yeah,
Oh, he was
right.
mad.
He was
He
mad.
was
He got mad.
as fuck.
He got mad at you, man.
He was
Screaming.
Yeah.
And
Should've
everybody
been
was
mad,
looking
Christian.
at us.
Yeah, he got mad at everybody. I was like, oh, shit.
But yeah, get back into the car.
Because he fell out for a minute. Because
Yeah.
I was passing out.
Yeah.
Because I was on my way out and all of a sudden I hear,
But
God damn it, dogs! And I was like,
understand-
what the fuck? I
you gotta
woke up.
understand,
I was like, what the hell?
he came in hot off of this, and we all got in the car, and it was quiet.
Yeah, everybody was chilling, man.
It was
I
quiet.
was about to take a nap,
It
man.
was uncomfortably quiet.
Yeah, right, for us.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
for us. But see, I was on the verge of taking a nap, man. I was
because
about
me
to
and
pass
you were
out.
in the back seat.
No, me and Smiley were in the back. You were in the front with Doggz.
Was I?
Yeah, because he was beside me.
He was.
He was right beside
He was
me,
in the
dude.
back, and so was Finger.
Yeah, he was right, because that's
Because I
why.
don't sit in the back because I got long
Well, you were
legs.
driving.
Yeah,
you were driving.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was
You
driving.
were driving
Yeah,
his car.
yeah,
Yeah.
Full of fries.
Yeah, well, hell yeah, man. You had all the fries in you, man.
And
You
I'm not
sobered
paying
up.
for his gas either. So.
So we took the scenic route. No. Siphoning that shit out, you know.
God, I was a jerk.
You were, man. You were such. And I'll tell you, man, I know we gave Smiley so much shit back in those days, but dude, you know, me and Smiley have reconnected a lot. You know, especially with the PUDcast, you know, especially that holiday special. We talked a lot.
Yeah.
Then I'm telling you, man, I look back and why he didn't literally beat the shit out of all of us. I don't understand, man. Thank you, Smiley, for not jumping us
Or shooting us.
or shooting us, like, because we
Yeah.
all had it coming. We did, man.
I mean,
We all had
did.
it coming, man.
We did.
But now, in all honesty, man, we all fucked with each other.
Yeah.
We were.
But we fucked with Smiley pretty unproportionally,
Now,
man.
I'll-
We really did, dude.
I'm
And he
not-
was a good guy, man.
He
always
was. He
has,
was.
Still
And,
is.
well,
still
the
is.
thing about it is, I feel like Josh knows. I mean, we picked on him pretty hard.
We were pretty
but
rough, man.
But
it
he
was
would push us.
It was
He
love.
would push us.
He
too.
would push
Thank
us.
you,
some-
Mikey.
He would.
Yes.
He would. He
He would
would.
push.
Say, now,
He
now,
would.
He would push.
Yeah, I'll
He
give
was,
you that.
especially with
Mr.
Stuck.
Smiley
Yeah,
is
yeah, he
not
was so-
completely innocent
He's
in
not.
this.
And I think it was just part of our dynamic too, man.
Yeah.
You know, I hope Smiley does know that it was always out of love, man. It
I
was.
think he does.
I hope
think he
so.
does.
And if I know you're listening, Smiley brother, thank you. We love you, man. I mean, we do, brother.
I don't
mean,
care. I still don't care for you. It's-
You know, man, this is the shit I'm talking about, man. This is the shit I'm talking about.
he knows I do. He knows I do.
Well, I want him on this show, man, and we've already discussed it. Next time he's in North Carolina, he's going to be in here,
Right on.
and I want him in here to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? To you know, goddamn, to give the real side of this shit, man. Because we did, man.
There
We-
was,
we-
and
we-
there's something that me and him have to.
You
work
guys
out.
got something y'all need
we
to
gotta
talk
work
about.
out
y'all got
together.
some heat. Well, it's not heat
Well,
anymore,
it's-
but it's
It needs to
y'all
be
got
talked
something
about.
to square
It,
away.
it needs to be squared, man.
Because of an incident
At a club.
at a club.
And that club. Now we're not going to talk about
No,
that
no,
incident.
no,
at all, man.
no,
no,
not until you get 100 followers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That was beautiful, man. Beautiful. But yeah, Smiley, I know you're listening, brother. Get up here, man. As soon as you're in town, get in here to the cave. We got some shit to talk about.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it publicly. You know,
Yeah.
we're going to do it, man. We're going to put it out there, man.
And you know,
we're gonna
honestly,
get this
to
shit,
be
you
fair,
know.
that's the only way to do it.
It really is, man.
Oh, yeah.
And,
It's do it right and
and get this shit the way it should be,
Yeah.
because the universe is not right until we're all in the same page.
I
man,
can dig
you know.
that.
I really
I
believe
do
that.
remember there was.
I want you to remember that.
There was
Well, they certain motherfuckers.
I do.
You know what I mean.
Oh,
you know
I
what
know.
I mean.
There was one time in particular we were leaving the tavern as it was.
Right. Now
After
the tavern was where me and Schranz used to live.
Correct.
Right. Little single wide trailer in West Lincoln. The party
and
house.
the,
guys.
the party house.
The house of sin. That's what we used to call that motherfucker. The den of sin.
We used to, as we were leaving pay-per-view, and Josh had parked behind me,
Right.
and he's Josh. I love you. He's not a great driver.
I don't recall, man. I can't say one or the other.
Oh, he's a terrible driver.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
just-
Okay.
I'm sure he's better now. I'm sure he is.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah. At that time,
At
oh,
the
no.
time.
Not
I don't really
great.
remember,
Yeah.
man. I can't say for either way.
I remember I used to get so aggravated. That's why I drove
Yeah.
his car all the
Right.
time.
That's why
'cause I was
everybody
like,
drove.
I can't stand it.
You know,
It's-
man, now you mention that, you're right. I never remember him driving his own car.
Yeah. It's like,
unless he was going to or from where we were meeting at.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's I never
Yeah.
really thought about that. But you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was trying to back out, and so he pulls back like he's going to back out in the road, and then he pulls forward again, and then he backs up, and then he pulls forward.
I mean, I do.
And he's
remember
moving
this.
in like just he's moving like just
And this
a
is the trailer.
foot at
Yeah.
a foot at a time, and
Yeah.
you know there's no impediments or anything.
Dude, that was a huge yard. I mean,
It was
it's
just a yard. Like,
Yeah,
you
you
didn't even
could-
have any slat. It was
No.
barely a driveway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just pulled in the yard. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's
And
plenty of room to
he
back
keeps
up. Yeah,
backing
yeah.
up, backing up. And I'm watching him. I'm like, what is he doing? What is the problem? Is he ribbing me? And he did it 3 or 4 more times, and I got out of the car. I was like, what in the hell is your problem? And he goes, I'm trying to line my wheels up. And I'm like, what?
Ain't nothing wrong with being a cautious driver, man.
But it's
15
Vail.
minutes later.
yeah.
They don't have cars out there.
Not really, man. I mean, John Deere's. You know?
I mean, it's just a dark road. There's nothing coming.
It was country, man.
And it's,
lived in
all he
country.
had to do was just pull out into the street and just
go.
and go.
Just go.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to line my wheels up, and I'm like, I'd say, man, just back up, dude. You're fine. There's nothing back there.
Man, about the only time I ever had real heat was Smiley, man. And I know, goddamn, he's probably listening right now, like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, I swear, man, this was not meant to turn into. Hey,
No.
let's tell some funny Smiley stories.
We love
Oh, man.
and we love,
One of my
admire,
best friends,
and might
man.
even be a little bit jealous of Josh.
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, you talk about people that came up and did his thing, brother.
Oh man, he's
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
tearing it up right now.
He's doing
man.
his fucking thing.
Tearing
Always
it
did,
up.
man. He always knew what he wanted to do, and goddamn, he's doing it, brother.
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking,
it. I mean,
I respect
like,
that
you know,
beyond words, man.
none of us did it.
No, I mean, really, man. I mean, Smiley, brother, he knew the. I don't think I've really ever known anybody that was dedicated and his focus as he is,
Steadfast, man.
Still is, man.
Yeah.
He still is.
Yeah.
But about the only time that I ever had him, like I said, man, this is not too embarrassing on his end. But we were up there, or mine for that matter. But we were at the trailer and we were having a pay-per-view party or something.
Oh, I remember this.
I think you probably know where I'm going with it, man. Because like I said,
do
I
you
never
want to tell this story?
I never had any heat. Well, it might be a different story. I don't know. But everybody started getting rowdy. I mean, like really rowdy because we had just started the MWF. So everybody was wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, and shit started getting wild, man. Like shit started was getting broke and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, everybody, I live here.
Yeah.
You know, this is our furniture and shit. You know, let's everybody. And it was wild, man. I mean, everybody was 100 miles an hour.
It was always wild.
It was always like that, man. So I was like, everybody, let's just chill out, man. Everybody calm down, stop. You know, just be cool. Everybody's like, okay, cool. Everybody chilled. A silence went over the trailer.
Yeah.
Daddy done fuss at us.
And then obviously, I mean, I had to come out with my tidy whities,
Yeah.
which has happened for real.
That's happened.
That's happened for real. But anyway, so everybody's cool. Everybody chills out, and a fucking pack of soy sauce comes flying across the room and smacks me square in the fucking face. Man, Smiley threw. Just like y'all were saying, Smiley sometimes ain't the shit on himself.
Yeah.
Smiley threw a pack of soy sauce, and it hit me square in the fucking face hard. And I got so goddamn mad, dude. I went for him. I did. I was like, come here, motherfucker.
I do remember that.
And
I remember
somebody,
you-
I think it was you, Doggz, actually like, no, you kind of like pushed me away
yeah.
and got us there because Smiley didn't mean it, man. He wasn't. He meant to throw it and hit me.
Yeah.
But he didn't know it was going to piss me off like it did. Because that was my thing. I was like, everybody chill the fuck out. And everybody chilled. And like I say,
and then
calm.
just
Dude,
see,
I
the
was
thing-
mad as fuck. I was like,
the thing you have to understand about this soy sauce packet.
I mean, it flew.
It has a. It's not that it hurt the man.
It made
but
a noise.
It's the noise where
Bip!
it. Oh, I mean,
In the face.
it was. I mean, it was.
Because the silence had really fallen over the trailer, man. Like, because it went from 100 miles an hour to chill. I was like,
yeah.
everybody chill out. And then,
Yeah.
bip! I was like, come here, mother. And, dude, you got between us, man. And
God.
Smiley was like, what the fuck? Smiley, he didn't mean, like he didn't know it was going to piss
What
me
I do?
off.
What I do?
Well, yeah, well, he was like, oh, shit. Like he was about to square up, too, man. You know, I was like, oh, shit.
But I'll tell you.
But we
this.
got it cool, man.
Yeah,
Obviously, it
yeah.
chilled out immediately. But, dude, I'll just never forget. It was like, dude, I almost saw that shit hit me in slow motion.
Yeah.
That shit just, everything stopped. And I saw And I'm like, no.
But no, the thing about Smiley, I don't know how we got on
God,
Smiley.
this should
to
be the
where,
Smiley appreciation
Because
episode.
of Athens. Because a lot of stuff that Athens.
Yeah, right.
happened.
But Smiley would square up too.
Oh,
like
dude, Smiley
he'd
was
blow
a-
up quick.
He wasn't a pushover, man.
No,
He's still
not.
He still is.
I remember one time we were watching Nitro over at his house.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And there was some random kid there.
Well, let's
Some
not get
random
into
dude.
too many of these
No, I'll be
stories
cool,
here.
I'll be cool.
Let's don't put too much on blast here.
no,
you know.
I ain't gonna say no names, but
There was a confrontation.
there was a confrontation.
There was a confrontation.
There was a dude came up in the house and started like pushing his way around, and he'd been drinking.
Yeah,
and,
he's ready.
We were all. I don't think we were drinking that night. I mean, we had a beer or two,
sure.
but, I mean,
we're
basically sober.
Yeah.
yeah, right. More so than usual.
All right.
And
More
this
so than
is, he's kind of started throwing his weight around, and
Smiley bucked up on that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
solid. And this was not a little
was that?
dude.
No,
What was
it's a
Knucklehead.
yeah, he called him a knuckle.
He called him-
and that shit set
which
Smiley
tickled
off.
us. Like out
Well,
of everything that we did.
A little later it did.
It did, yeah, later
a
it
little
did.
later, yeah. Because at first I was like, oh shit, but Smiley wasn't having it.
No,
No.
he wasn't having it.
And I mean, I think that was a common misconception with some of our friends, and even when you talk about some of these Smiley stories, Smiley was not a fucking pushover.
No.
He still is not a pushover.
No.
He'd fight you, man.
Yeah.
and he
We
he'd probably whoop your ass and push come to shove.
I mean,
man, I'm just
it's-
saying,
It's no, not a pushover. We're just that hard.
Yeah. Well, he had patience with us, man. He knew we
He
weren't,
did. He did. He
we
did.
were in that crew, man. We were
I
brothers.
don't know if I'd nominate him for sainthood or anything.
No,
but a sweetheart of a man.
He's a great guy, man. He always has been, always will. Man, I feel real bad. I'm not going to go into what we pulled a rib on him one night. Me and Mikey pulled a rib.
Oh my God.
And I'm
that
not
was
going to
the-
go into it. I'm
that was
not.
the-
I'm
that
not.
was the worst.
I'm
That's the worst thing Jason Finger ever did in his life.
And that's saying,
Wow.
That's saying a lot, man.
We
And
might
I'm-
have to talk about that off the
I'll
air.
tell you off the air, man. But it really, man, looking back, it just goes to show how much of a little prick I was. But also, man,
We were all
we
bad,
were all
dude.
pricks, man. But
We were all.
since I'm older now, and I look back, I said, dude, I was in a really rough spot in life.
Yeah.
And Smiley helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Smiley bent over backwards for me, and
Yeah.
then I repaid him by pulling one of the worst ribs that I've ever pulled on somebody as a thank you to, hey man, thank you for not letting me be homeless tonight.
Yeah.
So Smiley, once again, brother, if you know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, man. I apologize for all that shit. Yeah, thank you, and thank you for being a good friend, man, and not
you're a good guy.
and not beating the shit out of us or shooting us or jumping us.
And
with
I'm
a-
really sorry that they did all this stuff to you too,
Motherfucker,
man.
you need to apologize.
What?
Man. You need to apologize.
To who?
To Smiley.
Look,
For what?
I
All these
don't
goddamn
know.
French fries, man.
And then fucking French fries, son.
I thought he was sharing those.
No.
Huh?
Let me tell you this. This also goes around along that same timeline as far as terrible things that Jason Finger did to
Oh,
other
shit.
individuals.
God damn it. Okay, y'all have a good one.
We were coming back from Gastonia one night, and we hadn't even left Gastonia. And
He's not gonna get through it. It's,
I don't
this
even
is
know,
where we're
man.
at.
I don't know yet.
it was raining.
Oh, fuck.
It was raining so fucking
Oh, it was
hard.
cats and dogs, man.
Dude, it
the
was-
rain was going sideways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was raining so fucking hard.
It was. Oh, hey, man. Oh, dude, it goes in perfect with the song we just played.
Oh, God.
It goes perfect with the song we just played. Okay.
So, what were we on, Franklin?
It was on
Yeah,
Franklin.
we're on Franklin, coming down, and we're coming past this guy on a bike.
He was riding his bike alone on a Saturday night, man.
Like you do.
Like you do. And it pouring
And he's
down
got
rain.
he's got an idea for a song in his head.
And it's
Yeah,
pouring
come on.
down rain, man.
I'm looking, I'm looking off to my back right. I'm seeing the tidal wave that
Dude,
we're
we
making
had a
with the cars.
wave behind us. And I was like, hey, and I moved that son of a bitch over, and we straight up splashed that motherfucker, dude. He was... Mikey was like, dude, the funniest part when Mikey was like, oh shit, and he said, oh shit, right when it hit a man, and you could just
Looked over and looked over his shoulder.
dude, the wave was as tall as that guy was, dude. Because I mean, I rode that some bitch for like a quarter mile, just building it up, man, and building it up. Mikey's like, oh shit, man, I poured over a little bit.
Dude looked over his shoulder and he saw this wave coming in.
He started paddling like a motherfucker. You thought that son of a bitch.
Oh, God.
That son of a bitch, man.
And we're still laughing about that to this day.
Oh, my
Mike,
God.
he was like, holy shit. I mean, I didn't even look back, man.
No.
I can't even look back.
Well, you couldn't. You were blinded by the tears in your eyes from laughing so hard.
Oh, my God.
Dude, man, that was just the good old days, man. That was
Yeah.
not for that guy.
We're terrible people, I think,
Yeah.
is the
theme of the show.
Yeah,
pretty
is
much.
we're terrible people.
Yeah.
And if we
shit.
were still in our 20s, we'd probably still be terrible.
We
But we're
would.
old and we don't want to get fucked with, so
Yeah, karma.
now we're nice.
Yeah, now I'm
That's
trying, I'm trying to get that karma out, you know. Well, guys, man, believe it or not, we were actually over the 2 hour mark. We've been in
Oh,
here
wow.
well over 2 hours.
There's probably more. We can
Oh,
just-
dude, this is,
to get to.
we'll have a Club Days part 2,
Because
man.
we haven't even
we-
talked
the
about
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast
Oh,
Club.
God. Yeah, Breakfast
Ooh,
Club,
Breakfast
man.
Club,
Septic
man.
tank.
Yeah.
Hold on to those
We never
guys.
got to the septic tank.
Yeah,
Oh, man, yeah.
so let's not now, man, because we're already
Yeah.
two, man. Let's try to, because, man, this will be a marathon. We also got to get that other show going as well.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
the original show. We got to get that.
Yeah,
that
the one
one's,
Right on.
you know,
See-
we
see if
were
we
planning
can-
on doing.
we'll give you a little bit more notice next time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, 4 months.
Come on, Barnes.
Only gave you a third of a year, man. I'm just saying, man. But we will, man. Because we want to do that. We want to keep that, man.
Yeah.
We, we want to have that pod versus pod. We want that going on.
Yeah,
well,
man,
not
absolutely.
versus, man. Versus isn't the right word.
It's more of a debate.
No, or
more
discussion.
Than,
It's
yeah,
a discussion,
discussion.
man.
But and to be fair, it's like it's apples and oranges.
It really
it's
is.
really
It's just a
Yeah.
discussion, man.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely figure out a new time and we'll get that going again because we want to do that. That's why we swerved you this week.
right on.
You know,
right
it's like
on.
and we definitely, man, dogs. Shit, thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh
This-
man,
this
it's as always, it's so much fun.
This was a blast, man. Mikey had it because we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. Hey, man, we're going to reschedule. We're going to bring somebody else. We thought about maybe bringing somebody else in,
Yeah.
a mystery partner or something. We thought this, thought that. Mike was like, hey, man, let's just talk about the old club days. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, man, that's it.
yeah.
I mean,
And boy, that filled 2 hours.
For better or for
Yeah,
worse.
we didn't
yeah.
even scratch the
No.
surface.
no, man, no.
No.
I mean, we got so much more. Well, it really turned into, hey, let's talk about it's the Smiley episode, man.
Yeah.
This is the Smiley store
Down
appreciation
the
episode.
backside. Yeah, the backside of that for sure.
It really was, man.
And French fries.
Yeah.
All
See,
he had,
no.
all he had to do was cover those things and catch up.
But see, no,
That's it,
that's
man.
true.
He
and
had-
I
he-
never
he-
would have touched them.
Yeah.
God damn, if that's not the damn truth.
Yeah.
I have never thought about that. He had the
That's
solution
all he had to do.
at his hands.
So
the whole
what
time.
you're saying is, Mikey, this is his fault. I agree.
Jesus Louises,
Yeah.
man.
I agree.
God, when we get Smiley in here, I think we're gonna get you in here too, because I want you to look him in the eye, and I want you to say, "Hey, man, it's not my fault I ate all your
It's
French
not
fries.
my fault.
It's not my fault."
Well, I've never had a problem doing it in the past. I don't see why anything would change.
Dogs was like, "Hell, I'm looking forward to it."
We'll see. We'll see
Write
what
me down.
44-year-old dogs.
Yeah, a little different, man. 44-year-old dogs and 22-year-old dogs, kind of different
I
people,
don't,
man.
I don't see much of a difference. That's,
I hope the fuck.
I mean, I'm
Well, let me break out that graph and chart for
yeah,
you.
Let's get that chart going.
I'm much better looking. I guess that's a difference. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I. Oh, how could?
He doesn't look like Kiss.
Oh, hey, Kiss is in the house.
Oh, Kiss is in the house.
But hey, guys, I do got 2 top 3s. Well, I got a top 3 for you guys.
Oh,
All right, so Mike, I'm gonna start with you, man.
uh-huh.
Name me the top 3 songs that bring you back to the club days. It can be any genre, man. It can be the goth. It can be industrial. It can be 80s. Name me 3 songs, man, that really bring you back to that time.
Oh wow. Jeez, that's on the spot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is
that's
that
a
is
tough
putting you
one,
on the
man.
spot.
That's a tough one, man.
I'd have to say, let's see, it's right offhand. 9 Inch Nails, Sin.
Okay.
Yeah, no, right? See, Ministry, Thieves and Liars.
All right.
Oh, that's
okay. That's a good one, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
Good pull.
And wow, oh man, God, the last one. That was just like boom. Wow. Sisters of Mercy.
Okay.
Discorrosion.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Right on.
All right, two dogs.
Man, okay, dude, I honestly, there is one song that takes me back to the club every single time it comes on, and I have forgotten the name of it.
shit.
And I've also forgotten the artist.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, fuck.
It's, well, it's, other than that one, and hopefully I'll think of it before I get to the end of my top three.
Let's help you with that.
It's so funny now, isn't it?
No, this is hurtful.
Yeah.
I don't like this. So,
I can't stop it once it starts.
So nothing. So nothing from the Nobodies.
Yes. Something from the I Forgots.
Peter Murphy.
Okay.
Peter Murphy.
All right.
There it is. That's
Good.
it.
Good. What song, man? Do you remember?
It's the one they always play.
Well, yeah. Damn it.
Well, sure, I know.
You gotta know it.
The Peter Murphy song.
Pins down.
No.
Cut you up.
Cut you up. That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Good.
That one, every single time it comes on my iPhone, it takes me back.
Get you
Right.
to it, man.
Also, you gotta go with Jesus Built My Hot Rod.
Hey, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the third one, little bit ashamed to say that
Don't
this
be
one
ashamed,
pops
bro.
up, but Dixie's Midnight Runners, come on.
Hey,
Eileen.
man, I don't like that song per se.
I don't either.
But
But
There
it
it is.
started the weird conga line
It really
in
did.
the club.
Yeah.
it was a staple.
Yeah.
It was a staple that night.
As
man.
much as
Yeah.
I hated
Yeah.
that song, every time that song comes on, I think about it.
You know, man, I guess my three would probably be Sisters of Mercy, Marion.
Okay.
That
Good
one.
one.
That man, that one always got me. Love and Rockets, So Alive.
So alive.
There you go.
That was one that really,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because I like the '80s scene a little bit better than the goth industrial
Sure.
scene. And I know it's a little cliche, man, but don't forget about me.
Wow.
Right
Every,
on.
That's very cliched.
it is,
It was.
it is, man,
Yeah.
it is. But you know what I remember about that song, brothers? You know, and y'all were there with me. I just remember there was this really gorgeous woman, man, at the club this night. She was beautiful, and we've been dancing and kind of flirting here and there. The last night or dance of the night was to that song with her, and to this day I just will never forget it. And I remember, hand to God, y'all. I remember when it was going on in my drunken state,
Yeah.
checking out this hot blonde, you know, grinding up on me for listening to this song. I had a thought. I'm like, this is a good time of life.
Yeah.
Well, you know that's.
You know what I'm saying,
that's
man?
Two
something else.
did two dogs grabbed in like French fries.
Y'all have a good one.
But you know the thing about it, we're possibly some of the people that are listening to the podcast might have a dim view on our experiences at the club. But you know,
Alcoholism.
much like what Finger just
Drug
brought
abuse.
up, there's actually
Yeah.
some really awesome moments
Oh, yeah,
that
man.
came down
Yeah.
to where you just like,
Damn.
where you just think to yourself, and I've had a few of those, where it's like,
Damn.
good Lord, man, I am 23 years old. There's about 30 people down there. Well, there's at least there's 100 people down there. 30 of those people, I can say, are my good friends.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. That's a-
right.
And it's like, man, this is a hell of a time to be alive.
This is a good time to be
And,
alive.
Yeah, it was.
It really was.
And so it's like, it wasn't all this, well, I was drinking, and then I threw up on Jason, and Jason punched me in the head, and then we grabbed Smiley, and I gave him a knee, and Smiley looks at me, he throws the
Gives me an
elbow.
elbow and he blasts
The
my
bouncers
eye.
came in.
Big Daddy
I
J.
jumped on top of the bouncer, and I started humping. And
Yeah, I took his fries.
and ate off his French fries and shoved Big Daddy
I said,
J
what are
in
you
the
going to
trunk.
do about it?
God, those were great times. But they really were.
They really were.
They really were,
They
man.
were.
And that's why that one song, man, every time I hear it, I swear it takes me right back. I got that girl in front of me. I got my boys. You know, that was something else, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's Thursday night, Friday morning, however you want to look at it. You know, you're buzzing like hell. You got all your people around you. You're flirting. You're hooking up a little bit here and there. You know, and it's just, man, it's damn near perfect.
It's like, man, there's
damn near perfect.
my people love me.
Yep.
My
We
son
run that
loves
club,
me.
man.
the club owner knows us. He loves us.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like we're
We have
young.
free
We are
reign.
single. There are
Girls,
beautiful women
man,
all over the
Everybody's
place.
cool. Everybody's cool.
And it's what more do you want out of life? The music's
It's
pumping.
jamming, man.
What do you?
We knew the DJs. We knew the bartender, man.
Yeah.
We knew the bouncers. I mean, like I said, man, we had our run of the place. I mean, we
Yeah.
could do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Yeah.
Dude, if you didn't like a motherfucker in there, you got him kicked out. Swear to God. Swear to God. It happened.
And
Yeah.
I did a lot.
And it did a lot. You know, if we didn't like
They
the way-
probably didn't do anything.
They never done shit, man. Those poor bastards were there to have a good time. They didn't dress the way we liked. We say,
But
take
you-
that preppy shit down the road, motherfucker.
But you know what? The thing about it, they actually should thank us because we have given them a story that they are
Hey.
telling to this day.
On their podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, it's little Victoria. Hey, little Victoria.
All right,
pops
time to
in.
clean it
Yeah,
up.
I guess we better stop cussing, y'all. That's a perfect time to go ahead and put an end to this show, guys.
You didn't hear any of
You
that.
didn't hear none of that, little boogie. But Doggz, once again, brother, thank you for coming down.
Man, thanks
We've
for having
enjoyed
me.
this.
Can I plug something?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
please
man?
do, man, please.
Man, we got the Elimination Chamber tonight, man.
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm very excited about it.
No, you're not.
And,
No, you're not.
I'm excited. Man, I'm always excited about all
Paige
the
gonna be in it?
pay-per-views. And no, it's gonna be a hell of a show. I'm really excited tonight, man. We
Good.
got a lot of I got a lot of thoughts on what's going on with the Elimination Chamber.
Where can we hear these thoughts?
You can hear that at This Is a Work.
What?
And you can download that on iTunes, Podomatic. You can get all our past shows on YouTube.
Nice.
And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at DavidHayes357. You can follow me on Instagram at This Is a Work Podcast.
Nice.
And or you can just hunt me down on Facebook. I'm all over the place.
Yeah,
over
man.
there.
That's it. Well, brother, like I said, man, we appreciate. Cannot wait to
Yes.
hear the new show coming out, man. When can we expect that to come out? In the next few days? Week?
I would think it's
looking?
probably
About a week?
going to be about a week.
About a week or
I'd
so,
like
okay.
to say it's earlier, but we just got everybody's work schedule, mine
Right,
included, is
right.
insane.
Right.
Yeah.
And and also,
Well, we have seen it's kind of hard to get everybody on, coordinated here.
it's-
we got a little taste
Oh,
of
it's
that
like
this
herding
week,
cats. It's it's crazy. It's like taking a bunch of squirrels and putting them in a box. It's just it's hard to do.
Well, we definitely want to get your partner Chris on here with you, man. We definitely want to get This Is a Work in here, not just David. Hey, obviously it's great having you in here, man. but
Yeah.
we want to get This Is a Work in here as well, man.
Totally, man.
Hopefully
Totally.
we can get that worked out here in the next, week or two. We'll figure out a new time and hopefully get all that coordinated.
Right on, man. I want to do one more, man.
Yeah.
Just real quick. I know we're burning time.
Nah, man.
I want to put over this nonprofit group that I'm with, Free Reign Theater. Man, we're starting our inaugural did I even say that right? Our first season.
we know what you mean.
Au gratins, potatoes.
Yeah, we're
First
starting our
tries.
potato season. No, our 2019 season is coming up. We've got like 3 or 4 submissions for plays right now, and man, just I can't really talk about them right now because nothing's nailed down.
Now, are these Shakespearean plays?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Now we're discussing doing, and we don't know if this is going to happen yet. We don't know what kind of time frame we're looking at, but we're discussing doing They Fight Again.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah, I was gonna say, explain what that is, man.
That-
Cool
it's-
concept.
yeah.
the all of the great fight scenes in literature.
Right, not just Shakespeare.
Not just Shakespeare.
Right.
We've done that twice now.
So these are like sword fights.
These are not just. These
okay.
are sword fights.
Fist fights as
These
well?
are hand to hand.
Okay.
That's the range is as far as literature goes.
And I think it's important for people out there to understand, man, especially with some of our listeners being professional wrestling fans, just how much work and training goes into putting on a good show like that, man.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of similarities with professional wrestling, man, because you're simulating combat.
I've actually done. There's actually wrestling in Shakespeare, which
Right.
if you look at it, I've had 2 matches in Shakespeare.
Right.
So yeah, it's
I mean, you guys train hard for these shows, man. I've seen some of your Facebook posts. I know that you
man,
guys
it's
really,
grueling.
yeah,
it is grueling. It's like like a football practice.
Right, it's not just something a couple guys picking up some swords and hey, let's go out here. I mean, you guys fucking train. You really put in the work and the diligence and the physical.
Oh yeah,
labor and also mental, emotion. You know, what I mean, it's all of it. Just like a wrestling
it's
match.
draining because not only
right.
are you doing this, you're doing this after working your straight 9 to 5.
Yeah, your day
and then
job.
You're coming up, you're picking up a sword,
right?
And then you got to get stretched out. You got to get your cardio in, and then you got to get your sword work and your footwork in. And it's not just I'm gonna hit your sword here and then I'm gonna hit your sword here. It's you got to be precise with these movements, or somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, you got to get that choreograph. I mean, it's like legit.
Yeah,
shit,
you
man.
gotta have the
choreography.
It's down and it's the last time we did They Fight. Man, it was so good. We packed the house almost every time, and we're thinking about doing it again, and we're expanding. Our stories.
And I also think, man, that a lot of wrestling fans would really get off because man, let's be completely honest. I don't know if wrestling fans in general would be into a Shakespearean play. Let's just
absolutely
let's just call it the way it is, man.
Sure.
I mean, obviously not. I mean, there's going to be some exceptions to that, but in the most part, man, I mean, you're looking at two different demographics here.
Very, very much. Although they shouldn't be.
They really shouldn't be. But in all realistically speaking, they are. But man, I think what you guys are doing, and I've told you from day one, I said, man, that's a hell of a concept, brother. That's great. That's genius. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of crossover. And I think wrestling fans, just like fans of Shakespeare and literature and play and theater in general, I think that the wrestling fan would be entertained and enjoy this show just as much as somebody who's just in the theater.
Absolutely. As people that aren't even fans of theater that wouldn't go to theater love this stuff. Like, and they came up and told me when the last show was. It was like, look, I don't, and they've actually said, look, I don't do this bullshit.
Right. But this is
it's
different.
like. This was a hell of a show.
Right.
Yeah. And
that's cool, man. Like I said, that concept, when you first told me that I guess it's been a couple years now. I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking brilliant.
And so
it is.
So yeah, man, just follow us on Free Reign Theater on Instagram. You can follow us on Free Reign Theater for Facebook and Free Reign Theater for at Twitter.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, Mike, brother, you got anything you'd like to end us with today, my friend?
Nothing. I'm just could get some French fries, man. I'm starving now.
I want some fries too.
I want some. You know what?
Get you on them fries,
brother. If I had my way right now, you know what I'd have? I'd have some French fries and a grilled cheese and an iced tea from Athens right now.
Blue cheese on the side.
Oh, my
on the side, by God.
God almighty. All right, y'all. We're gonna go eat. Once again, Doggz, thank you for coming, man.
Man, thanks for having me, dude.
Absolutely.
I've had a blast.
As always, man. As always, brother.
This
thank
was a
you.
nice pick
thank
me
you,
up.
man. Yes, man. Well, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate it. Mikey, brother, as always, thank you for opening up the cave for us here, man. And I guess until next week, y'all out there have a good one.
Woo!
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to go.
This has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.